私が殺したの。
Okay, testing audio, testing movement. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Just checking audio again. Alright, great then. Hello everyone, this is Gun the Mace, and I'm here with my streaming of Eve New Generation. Last time, well, we had quite a few things happen. Kojiro spoke to Hatsumi at her house, where she revealed that Bra's plan is to, use a retrovirus called, Vector of Juggernaut, and using their techniques to basically raise multiple people as one person to basically, make it so that, all... Okay, alright, I'll do my recap elsewhere. Alright. So, last time we left off, we had several things happened. Kojiro talked to, Hatsumi, who revealed that Bra's plan was to basically use a retrovirus called Vector of Juggernaut and their technique to raise multiple people as the same person to give them um one personality over multiple bodies to basically make it so that humanity is infected with to only give birth to clones of Noi and Alt, so eventually there'll be nothing but Noi and Alts all over the world. And after that, Kojiro left the house, and then he went looking for Noi, and he found her in a laboratory, which was underneath the lighthouse. He managed to get her out of there, and then after that, they went to the school where Noi revealed that she was actually well, she wasn't really Noi to begin with. She was actually Alt, she said, because she got her memories back thanks to the drug Kojiro gave her, and said that she's been Alt every time Kojiro's met with her except once. But she said that she erased her memories intentionally in order to try to stop um, Effie's plan and keep Noi from acting on the plan as well. But before she can get any further, Kojiro heard sounds from outside and saw both Effie and Marina separately heading into the school gym. And so he and Noi went over there to spy on them and saw Marina through a crack. But that's where we got off to a route to another roadblock, and thus we have to go switch back to Marina's side. So here we go. Oops, sorry about that. Alright, here we go, switching. So yeah, as you'll remember last time, in her perspective, Marina was speaking with Okuma, and this is right before she pulled that gun and shot him. So that's... Once I see all his left... Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Yes, Effie is also a clone of Hatsumi. Yep, that's correct. Anyway, after I see all has left the room, I reach for the gun at my back. Right now, I'm walking alongside the banks of the river, just staggering without destination. The river's name is the Shimazawa River. It's quite large for its size. Lush green hills spread between the riverbanks. The riverbed has a park, plaza, baseball field, and soccer field, and other such facilities on it. Incidentally, why am I walking here right in a place like this right now, you ask? We have to go back 2 hours to get to explain. Okuma and I talked about several things back at his recording studio at his house. But to make a long story short, I learned absolutely nothing. There were no new revelations whatsoever, and the situation didn't develop at all. He kept saying that he knew nothing all the way to the bitter end. The only things he did admit to were the fact that he was Tomoyoshi Okuma, as well as the chief of the Bank of America's information systems section. Oh, and also the fact that he was a top brass of the NPO BRA. As for what happened after that, I don't really want to remember it. It was an outcome that I never would have wanted. At any rate, I had to get away from there as soon as possible. So I ran out of the house. The power came on right after that. Power came back on right after that. All the lights in the district were on. From the house windows to the lamps in front of their doors to the lamps illuminating the streets. It was almost as if life had been breathed back into the city. I got out on the road, hailed a taxi, and got away from the residential district. Oops. Sorry about that. I accidentally unplugged my computer at that second. That's why it got all weird, glitchy. Alright, my bad. Anyways. After I got out of the taxi, I just kept on walking and walking. I staggered around the city, no destination in mind. Only going where my feet took me. I passed by a small electronics store. The TV was on. And on the evening news, after the announcement that that power was back on, they gave a short little report on Ryuji Komino's murder. My photo appeared on screen. At 9:30 p.m. last night, Marina Hojo, arrested on suspicion of murdering Mr. Kominato, escaped from the police station during interrogation. Hojo remains on the run, and the NPD have set up have set up an emergency deployment to track her down. And unconsciously head east, then further east, and further east. It seemed running. It seemed like I wanted to run away from the sunlight, from the sun. I wanted to get to the night as soon as possible, a place where light didn't reach. And when I finally plunged into the darkness I so desired, the road ended right there. The road was blocked off by the road ended right in front of the river, which is how I ended up arriving at the banks of the river. Of course, part of it was also that I wanted to avoid crowds. There are security cameras all over the business and shopping districts, and the police have eyes everywhere. So in a sense, it was inevitable that I'd arrive here. I stop and sit down on the grass. I don't know where I'm supposed to go or what I should do. I don't want to think about anything right now. I just stare out and watch the river flow by. Current time is 7:28 p.m. The city lights are on. I hear kids cheering from the soccer field. They're instantly chasing the balls as they complete under the lights as if they've forgotten all about the blackout from earlier. Just then, my cell phone rings. But however, even though I can hear it, my body doesn't move. However, the phone just keeps stubbornly ringing. Almost as if calling my retreating heart back to me. I limply move my arm and reach into my pocket. I take out the prepaid cell phone and look at the screen. It's from Mikhail.
もしもし、北条さんですか?
Hello? Hojo?
もしもし、もしもし、聞こえませんか?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
私です。ミカエルですよ。
It's me, Mikhail. Yeah, I can hear you.
今どこにいらっしゃるんです?
Where are you right now? By the river.
どこの川ですか?
Which river? Shimazawa River.
何か近くに目印になるものは?
You see any landmarks around you? There's a bridge painted red.
それじゃあわかりません。
That's not very helpful.
今すぐ橋の名前を調べてください。
Check the name of the bridge right now. Hold on. Are you planning on coming here?
ええ。大至急お伝えしなければならないことが。
Yes, there's something I have to tell you. It's urgent.
大隈智義という男をご存知ですね。
You know a man named Tomoyoshi Okuma, right?
日銀の情報システム局局長であり、ブラーという NPO の幹部でもある。
He's the chief of the Bank of Japan's intelligence system section, as well as the top brass of the NPO BRA.
私はこの数ヶ月間、彼にまつわる黒い噂を追い続けてきました。
I've been pursuing the unsavory rumors surrounding him for the last few months.
しかし、まさかこんな結末が待っていようとは。
However, I never imagined it would end this way. What happened?
殺されたんですよ。大隈智義が。
Tomoyoshi Okuma was killed.
しかし皮肉なもんですな。
Sure is ironic, though.
これで2度目になる。
This is the second time now. Second time for what?
ロマンティックなムードをぶち壊されたのがです。
That the romantic mood's been completely destroyed.
ああ、いや、北条さんを責めているわけではありませんよ。
Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming you.
私はただ運命を呪っているだけです。
I'm simply cursing destiny. Mikhail arrived just a few minutes ago. He still hasn't told anything specific yet.
北条さん、何もお尋ねにならないんですね。
You're not gonna ask anything, Hojo?
私は電話で大隈が殺されたことについてお伝えしました。
I told you over the phone that Okuma was killed.
気にはならないんですか？
Aren't you curious?
私は
Fireworks Festival at Shimazawa River. Come to think of it, Mikhail invited me here this morning. I vaguely remember that. Perhaps that's why he came here.
私は電話
No, maybe that's why I came here. Sorry.
私は わかりました。遠回しな言い方はやめましょう。
I understand. I'll stop being around the bush.
実は私は大隈が殺害されたことを報告しに来たわけではないのです。
The truth is, I didn't come here to tell you about that Okuma was killed.
いや、もちろんそれも理由のうちの一つですが、もっと大事なことをお伝えしなければならない。
I mean, that was one of the reasons, of course, but I saw more important to tell you.
警察は今回の事件の容疑者をすでに特定しています。
Police have already determined their suspect in this case.
犯人は分かっているのです。指名手配もされています。
They know the culprit. They put out a warrant for their arrest.
それが誰だかお分かりですか？
Yes, this is very, very the gameplay system in this game is very, very frustrating because you can't really even what you saw just now, like me just having to click everywhere until I found whatever progressed it. That was me literally trying every single button until because the game does not really give you a clear idea of how it works. Like sometimes, like square is supposed to be look, but sometimes they'll indicate another character talks. Sometimes X will do that. Sometimes triangle will do that when triangle's supposed to be talk all the time. But yeah, it's like a guessing game every time you have to try to get. This pops up. Anyway, sorry. I'll get back to the game. Do you know who that is?
北条さん、あなたですよ。
It's you, Hojo.
大隈は自宅にレコーディングスタジオを持っていたようです。
It seems Okuma had a recording studio in his house.
スタジオは収録室と調整室の2つに分かれていました。
Studio was divided into two rooms, a recording room and a sound mixing room.
死体が発見されたのは収録室の方です。
His body was discovered in the recording room.
ところでこの事件には目撃者がいます。
Incidentally, there was a witness to this incident.
調整室の方で犯行の一部始終を見ていた人物がいるのです。
There was someone who saw the whole thing happen from start to finish in the sound mixing room. Who was it?
家政婦だそうです。大熊の家の。
Okuma's housekeeper. And this housekeeper testified that I was the killer?
ええ、そう聞いています。
Yes, that's what I heard.
写真を見せたところ間違いないと。
She said there was no doubt about it when the photo was shown to her.
犯行に使われたのは銃です。
The murder weapon was a gun.
大熊は頭を撃ち抜かれて殺されていました。
Okuma was shot through the head. And you're to blame. You give love a bad name. Mikhail, that's the heart, not the head. Ah, curses. Sorry, the lyrics are different in Germany.
弾丸は9ミリパラベラム弾。
The bullet was a 9mm parabellum.
大変申し上げにくいことなのですが、私が北条さんにお貸しした銃、ベレッタ M92FS の弾丸と同じものです。
It pains me to say this. Those are the exact kind of bullets in the gun I lended you. That Beretta M92FS.
殺害の時刻は午後5時20分前後と見られています。
Time of death is believed to be around 5:20 p.m.
停電が治る直前のことです。
right before the blackout, before the power went back on.
家政婦がそう証言しています。
That was what the housekeeper testified to.
事件の概要は以上です。
That's it for a summary of the incident. Where'd you get that information, Mikhail?
一報は警視庁の記者クラブにいた部下から受けました。
I received the report from a member, one of my subordinates in the reporters club at the MPD.
すでにどこの報道機関にも伝わっているでしょう。
I'm sure the mass media is getting their hands on this too,
まだニュースにはなっていないようですが、
though it seems it hasn't hit the news just yet. Why's that?
小湊殺害事件の容疑者が警察署から逃げ出した。これだけでも警察の大失態です。
The suspect in Kominato's murder escaped from the police station. This alone is already a huge embarrassment to the police.
さらに逃亡した犯人が日銀の幹部を撃ち殺したなんてことが発覚したら、
So if it came out that this escaped suspect also killed a high-ranking member of the Bank of Japan, well,
まあそういうことです。
I'm sure you can imagine how that'd be.
いずれ事件が漏洩することは間違いありませんが、当局の方では時間稼ぎをしているのでしょう。
Sure, the news will undoubtedly get out sooner or later, but the MPD is doing all they can to buy as much time as possible. For what?
もちろんあなたを逮捕するための時間ですよ。
To arrest you, of course.
さて北条さん、いくつかお尋ねしたいことがあります。
Now then, Hojo, I have several questions for you. Questions?
そういうわけではありません。
No, sorry, not questions for you. Do you doubt me? That's not it.
私は北条さんを信じています。何があっても
No matter what happens, I trust you.
今朝もそうお伝えしたはずです。
I believe I told you the same thing this morning.
しかし信じているからといって何も聞かないというわけには参りません。
Just because I believe it doesn't mean I just can't ask you, not ask you anything either.
冤罪の被告人を助けるために弁護士は何度も接見を行い質問を繰り返します。
In order to save a falsely accused suspect will require multiple meetings with a lawyer and multiple questions.
それと同じことですよ。
This is the exact same thing.
ではよろしいですかな。
May I then? I give a silent nod.
まずはアリバイの有無についてお尋ねします。
First, I'll ask if you have an alibi or not.
犯行時刻である午後5時20分前後、北条さんはどこにいらっしゃいましたか？
Where were you at around 5:20 p.m. when the crime took place? Okuma's house.
家のどこですか？
Where in the house? The recording studio.
なるほど。
I see.
では家政婦の証言の方が間違いだったのでしょう。
And it's likely the housekeeper's testimony that is incorrect.
大熊が殺されたのはそれよりも前か後かどちらかだったのだと思います。
I believe that Okuma was killed before or after that.
なぜ大熊の家に？
Why were you at his house? It's a long story. Keep it short. I confirm that he was the mastermind behind Kominato's murder.
大熊には会いましたか？
Did you meet with him? Yes.
話は
What'd you talk about? And did you talk? Yes.
何をお話になったのでしょう？
About what? All sorts of things.
いろいろではわかりません。具体的にお聞かせください。
That's far too vague. Please be specific. I'm not trying to skirt around it or anything. It's just that you still don't know the essence behind this incident. So I'm not quite sure where to begin.
ご安心ください。時間はたっぷりとあります。
Rest assured, I have plenty of time.
こんなところに警察が来るとは思えませんしね。
I do not believe the police will be coming here.
話してください。
Please tell me.
あなたが知っていることをすべて。
Tell me everything you know. I turn towards the fireworks. The spheres of white light, sway as they race up towards the heavens. They bloom into flowers, red flowers. The whole scenery turns a pale white, illuminating the dark river surface a bit. The fireworks scatter, raining down, almost if they're the tears of a star. A few seconds later, the boom comes. That sound shakes the night sky, shakes the city, rustles the grass, and reaches my heart. There was this young man who committed suicide by jumping off the roof of an apartment building. I already told you about that, right?
テロの犯行予告を残した青年のことですな。
You mean the young man who predicted the terrorist plot, right? Yes. His name was Ape, the DJ of a club. That's how I got involved in this incident to begin with. It all started there. I tell Mikhail everything that happened in the last 3 days, including both things he knew and didn't know. I tell him everything exactly as it happened, piece by piece, carefully. About Effie Kizeki, Noi, Alt, the May Queen, Ape, Ryuji Kominato, Tomio Shiokuma, Mayumi Tsuyuzaki, Minayo Shomoto, and Rie Shomoto. Not to mention Bra, Hive, Juggernaut, Labeu, Devra Pharmaceuticals, the Bank of Japan. And then Ape suicide, the attack on the Bank of Japan, the switching culprits, Kominato's murder, the the blackout, the cyber terrorist attack, and the theft of the gold. I explain all these people, organizations, and incidents in detail, as well as how they're all related. Such as who's connected to who belongs to what organization, what they did. At any rate, I made sure to tell Mikhail every single thing I knew. By the time I'm done, the fireworks have ended. The night sky will not brighten again.
いやはや、なんとも。
I don't even know what to say to all that. Mikhail shook his head of exasperation before continuing.
今の北条さんのお話について気になることがいくつかあります。
There are several things I'm curious about regarding what you told me.
しかし、その前に大隈が殺害された件を片付けておかなければ。
But before that, we have to clear up Okuma's murder first.
少々遠回りになりましたが、ひとまず話を元に戻しましょう。
We took quite a detour to get here, but let's head back to the main topic.
とにかく事情は分かりました。
Now I understand the circumstances.
小湊の件も日銀の件もサイバーテロも全てを指揮していたのは大隈智義だった。
The murder of Kominato, the attack and theft at the Bank of Japan, and the cyber terrorist act were all done on Tomoyoshi Okuma's orders.
だからあなたは大隈に会いに行った。そういうことですね。
That's why you went to meet with Okuma. I have that right, don't I? Yes.
大隈と何を話したのですか？
What did you talk to Okuma about? Everything I just told you. I then said I knew that he was the one behind all of it, and I'd be taking him down to the police.
彼の答えは
And his answer? It was no. He didn't admit to having any connection to the incidents at all. It seems you got the wrong idea here. I had nothing to do with those. He kept playing dumb all the way to the end.
それで北条さんはどうなさったんですか？
And what did you do? I left him.
なぜ？
Why's that? Because he called the police.
逃げたということですか？
So you mean you ran away? Yes.
待ってください北条さん。
Wait. Hold on, Hojo.
あなたは大隈を警察に突き出すために彼の家に行ったんでしょ？
You went to his house in order to bring him to the police, didn't you?
だったら通報されたぐらいでうろたえる必要はない。
And a simple call to the police shouldn't have made you falter.
願ったり叶ったりではないですか。
Wasn't that exactly what you wanted?
わざわざ警察が迎えに来てくれるなんてこんな都合のいいことはない。
If anything, having the police come directly to you would be the best thing there could be. No, that's not how it was.
どうしてですか？
What do you mean? Because I had no proof.
証拠がなくても証人はいたはずです。
Even if you didn't have proof, there was a witness, right?
木関アルトがその場にいたんでしょ？
Alt Kizeki was there, right? Well, yes, but she vanished. She disappeared while Okuma and I were talking.
しかしだとしてもですよ。
But even so,
先ほど聞かせてくださった話をそのまま警察に告げれば。
if you had just told the police everything you just told me.
いや、失礼しました。
No, sorry about that.
今となってはもはやそんなことはどうでもいいですな。
None of this matters anymore right now.
とにかく大隈は殺されてしまったんだ。
Whatever the case, Okuma was killed.
今さら過去のことを振り返っても仕方がないのかもしれません。
Perhaps reflecting on the past won't accomplish anything.
わかりました。大熊の事件についてお尋ねしたかったことは以上です。
I understand. That's everything I wanted to ask you about Okuma's murder.
次は未来の話をしましょう。
Let's talk about the future next.
北条さん、これからどうするおつもりですか？
What are you planning on doing now, Hojo?
なるほど。そうでしょうな。
I see. Yeah, that figures.
何をすべきか分かっているのなら、こんな場所にわざわざやってくる必要はありませんからね。
You wouldn't have come out all this way if you knew what it was you should do, after all.
率直に申し上げましょう。
I'll ask you right out.
事態は悪い方向へと向かっています。
Wait, sorry. I'll tell it to you as it is. The situation's getting worse and worse.
小湊の件も大熊の件も、警察はあなたが犯人であるということを前提として捜査を進めています。
The police are conducting their investigation under the assumption that you're responsible for Kominato and Okuma's murders.
このままではいずれあなたは逮捕されることに。
And at this rate, they'll arrest you.
力をお貸ししましょ
Let me help you.
う。いい考えがあるのです。
I have a good idea. A good idea?
ついてきていただけますか？
Will you come with me? Mikhail stands out without waiting for me to respond. Caught up in a web of indecision, I hesitate. People on their way home from the fireworks festival pass by the riverbanks. There's a girl in Yukata who's constantly fanning herself. A couple riding a bike together. And a child hanging between their mother and father. Everyone's smiling happily when they head home. However, I have nowhere to go back to. Nowhere I should go to. Nowhere. I don't have any choice. Mikhail's the only one I can rely on right now. I quietly get up. Hey, what's this good idea of yours?
歩きながらお話ししましょう。
I'll tell you as we walk.
行動を開始するなら一刻も早い方がいい。
The sooner we act, the better. Mikhail begins walking along the promenade. I walk right beside him.
北条さん、実はお伝えしなければならないことがもう一つあるんですよ。
The truth is, Hojo, there's one more thing I have to tell you. Hmm?
その前に一つだけ聞かせてください。
But before I do, let me ask you something.
大熊友義はなぜ殺されなければならなかったのでしょう。
Why did Tomoyoshi Okuma have to die? I don't know. I've got no clue.
北条さん、塞ぎ込みたくなる気持ちはわからないでもないです。
Listen, Hojo. I understand why you might want to keep things bottled up right now.
ですが、もう少し頭を働かせてください。
Please use your head, use your brain a little more.
これはあなた自身に関する事件なんですよ。
This incident concerns you too. Even so, I have no idea why anyone would want to kill him. There's just one thing I know for sure.
何でしょう。
And what's that? The true culprit's trying to frame me.
その通りです。
Precisely.
小湊殺しと大熊殺し、この2つの事件の共通点はそこなのです。
That's what Kominato and Okuma's murders have in common. In that case, the murders were committed by the same person?
その線が濃厚でしょうな。
That's highly likely.
あるいは小湊の件については、本当に大熊が裏で糸を引いていたのかもしれませんが。
Or perhaps Okuma really was pulling the strings behind Kominato's murder. But then by this point, Okuma had become an obstacle and was eliminated. That's where you're getting at, isn't it?
そのようにも考えられます。
That's one possibility, yes. Anyway, I thought Okuma was the one behind everything, but now he's dead. Which means that there must be another mastermind behind this.
そう考えるのが最も自然でしょうな。
That would be the most natural assumption.
さて、前置きはこのぐらいにして、そろそろ本題に入りましょう。
Now we've gotten all that out of the way. Let's get to the main topic.
実は今朝、北条さんが私の会社を出て行ってから、小湊のことについて調べてみたのです。
Truth be told, I did some digging on Kominato after you left my company this morning.
停電でパソコンは使えませんでしたから、アナログの資料に頼らざるを得なかったのですが、
Though I couldn't use a computer because of the blackout, so I had to rely on analog documents. What did you find out?
小湊が妻帯者でないことはすでにご存知かと思います。
You already know that Kominato wasn't married.
しかし彼は生涯ずっと独身だったというわけではないのです。
But it doesn't mean he was always single. What do you mean?
今から半世紀ほど前に彼は一度結婚しているのです。
He was married about half a century ago.
相手は当時26歳の女性で、名前は初見と言います。
His wife was a 26-year-old woman named Hatsumi.
初見の旧姓は八重田です。
Her maiden name was Yaeda. Hatsumi Yaeda was Kominato's wife?
驚くのはまだ早いですよ。続きがあります。
Don't get surprised just yet. There's still more to come.
初見は小湊と入籍した直後に失踪しています。
Hatsumi went missing shortly after she was married to Kominato.
行方不明になったのは今からちょうど45年前です。
She went missing exactly 45 years ago. Why did she go missing?
さあ、そこまでは分かりません。
Now that I do not know.
とにかくそれから7年が経ち、彼女は失踪宣告を受けることになりました。
At any rate, 7 years later, declaration of her disappearance was received.
つまり法的には死亡したのと同じものとして見なされているということです。
Which means that legally, the world treated her as being dead. Did she actually die?
わかりません。
I do not know.
生きていれば現在71歳ということになりますが。
However, if she was alive, she would be 71 years right now. 71 years old right now.
次です。
There's more.
今朝方ビルの屋上で話したことを思い出してください。
Please remember what we discussed on top of that building this morning.
北条さんはあの時、木関という姓と初見という名前について私に教えてくださいましたね。
You told me about the names Hatsumi and Kizeki, right? Yes. What about it?
今思えばどうしてあの時気づかなかったのかと不思議でなりませんよ。
In hindsight, I can't believe I didn't realize it back then.
おそらく話の流れを追っていくのに精一杯で他のことには気が回らなかったのでしょうな。
Probably was so occupied with trying to keep up with the conversation that I couldn't let my mind go in any other directions. Enough excuses. Just tell me what you're getting at.
実は私は木関という姓と初見という名前に聞き覚えがあったのです。
Truth be told, I've heard the names Kizeki and Hatsumi before. Where?
お分かりになりませんか？
Do you not know? I see. I get the Kizeki part, that I know. After all, you've been investigating the relationship between Tomoyoshi Okuma and Bra for the last couple of months. So it goes without saying that you would have obtained documents regarding Bra. In which case, you have naturally known that Bra's chairwoman was named Effie Kizeki.
その通りです。
Precisely. But I don't get the Hatsumi part. What's that got to do with anything?
私もうろ覚えだったのです。
I only remember it vaguely myself.
どこかで聞いたことがあるような気がする。けれどどこで聞いたのかが思い出せない。
I thought I'd heard it somewhere before, but I couldn't remember where.
そこでとりあえず奇跡の方だけでも確認しようと思い、デスクの資料を開いてみたのです。
So that it was then that I went to my desk and checked the documents, just focusing on only confirming the Kizeki part.
ブラーに関する資料を。
To be exact, I was looking at documents concerning Bra.
すぐに思い出しましたよ。
I remembered quickly.
ブラーの創設者の名前、
The founder of Bra's name.
それが木関初美だったということを。
It was Hatsumi Kizeki. Hatsumi Kizeki?
そうです。
That's right.
木関エフィは2代目の主催者だったのです。
Effie Kizeki is the second chairwoman. Wait, hold on. The last names are the same. Does that mean...
ええ、初美とエフィは親子関係にあります。
Yes. Hatsumi and Effie are mother and daughter.
戸籍によるとエフィは私生児のようです。
One second. Records list Effie as an illegitimate child.
つまり父親に認知されていない子供、非嫡出子、婚外子ということですな。
In other words, she has no known father. They don't know who the father is?
少なくとも戸籍には載っていませんでした。
It's not in the records, at least. Any other children?
いません。エフィだけです。義理の息子も存在しません。
None. Effie was her only child. She didn't have any son. She doesn't have a son-in-law either. Meaning, in other words, by son-in-law, she must mean Effie's husband. But Effie has no such husband, which means
エフィは未婚の母親だったのです。
Effie is an unmarried mother.
彼女には2人の娘がいます。
She has two daughters.
いや、失礼。2人の娘がいたですな。
No, excuse me. I mean, she had two daughters.
今は1人しかいません。
She only has one now. Huh?
ノイですよ。
It's Noi.
アルトの方は1年前に亡くなっています。
Alt passed away a year ago.
記録上は事故死ということに。
The record's listed as an accident. Alt's dead?
そうです。
That's right.
木関アルトという女の子はもうこの世に存在しないということです。
Meaning the girl known as Alt Kizeki no longer exists in this world. Then the one I met with is...
アルトの双子の姉、木関ノイだったのではないでしょうか。
I believe that was Alt's twin sister, Noi Kizeki. No, that can't be. Are you saying that Noi's pretending to be Alt?
変装も何も2人は双子なわけですし、
She wasn't disguising herself or anything. The two of them were twins, so
顔もそっくり同じなんでしょ。
so their faces would be the same, right?
だったら私の名前はアルトだと言ってしまえばそれで済むことです。
So she wouldn't have to pretend to be anything, disguise herself for anything. All she'd have to do is say that she's Alt, and that would be that. But why would she do that?
さあ、それはわかりません。
Now that I have no idea.
しかしそう考えれば全てはすっきりします。
When you think of it that way, it clears everything up.
私は木関アルトが亡くなったのはいつだと言いました。
When was it that I said that Alt Kizeki passed away? 1 year ago.
八重田アルトが小湊に殺されたのは
And when was Alt Yaida killed by Kominato? Exactly a year ago.
では木関アルトの祖母は誰ですか？
And who would all Kizeki's grandmother be? Hatsumi Kizeki.
八重田アルトの母親は
And Alt Yaida's mother was Hatsumi Yaida.
これ以上説明が必要ですが
Do I need to explain any further? I get what you're trying to say. Putting aside the whole grandmother and mother thing for now, what you're getting at is this. You're trying to say that Hatsumi Kizeki and Hatsumi Yaida are the same person as are Alt Kizeki and Alt Yaida. Hatsumi Yaida was... Oh, right. Apparently she was married back then. So I guess more accurately, it would have been Hatsumi Kominato. Well, in any case, Hatsumi disappeared 45 years ago. And then was removed from the, Kominato's, family register 7 years later. Afterwards, she took on the name Kizeki, and eventually gave birth to Effie.
戸籍はブローカーか何かから買ったのかもしれませんね
She must have bought a fake family register from a broker or something.
今でも失踪者の中にはそうやって名前を変えて見知らぬ土地で再出発を果たしている人が少なからず存在すると聞きます
Even nowadays, I hear there are no shortage of disappeared people who change their names and start new lives in foreign lands, in faraway lands like that.
もちろん違法ですが決して不可能なことではない
It's illegal, of course, but by no means impossible. I'm sorry. I continue with my explanation. Alright. Then 11 years later, Effie had Noi and Alt.
年齢の謎は残されたままですがひとまず戸籍上はそうなっていますね
The age thing is still a mystery, but that's what it says on paper anyhow. Then Noi and Alt grew up, and when they were 14 years old, Alt was killed by Kominato. Meaning that it's highly likely that Alt was killed because of a grudge. After all, Hatsumi was Kominato's ex-wife. By the way, when did Hatsumi found Bra?
今から30年ほど前です
About 30 years ago.
当時は NPO なんてありませんでしたからただのボランティア団体だったようですが
At the time, it wasn't an NPO, simply a volunteer organization, though.
会員数も少なくわずか十数名だったとか
They only had about 10 members, too. I see. It all fits together. So Bra's founder was Hatsumi. And she's involved not only with the Bank of Japan incident and the cyber terrorist attack, but also Kominato's murder. The same goes for Effie. Hatsumi and Effie have the same background. 1 year ago, Kominato killed Alt, who was Effie's daughter and Hatsumi's granddaughter. So at the very least, that would give him plenty of motive to want to kill Kominato.
北条さん大事なことを一つお忘れですよ
You're forgetting something important, Hojo. Hmm?
大熊殺しの件です
It's Okuma's murder.
おそらくこちらの方も彼女たちが関わっているものと思われます
I believe they were involved in that as well,
なぜ殺したのかは分かりません
though I don't know why they killed him.
しかしながら北条さんを犯人に仕立て上げて得をする人物は 2人を置いて他にはいないでしょう。
However, there's no one aside from the two of them who would likely try to set you up for their murders. And what about the cyber terrorist attack? I'm pretty sure there's almost no doubt that Bra's connected to it. I don't know why they're trying to commit
どうし
it.
て？分かりきったことじゃないですか。
Why do you say that? I thought you did know. Steal the gold from the Bank of Japan, you mean? It's true that 9 billion yen worth of gold does sound pretty fetching, I won't lie. It certainly would be worth the risk to try to steal. However, they shouldn't have had to knock out power in the whole city just to do that.
目的は他にもあります。
They had other objectives as well.
ジャガーノートは犯行声明の中で原発を停止するよう要求してきたのでしょう。
In their statement, Juggernaut demanded the shutdown of nuclear reactors, right?
ブラーの活動目的も環境保全にあるわけですし、
And Bra's mission statement is protecting the environment.
声明文に書かれていた内容そのものをテロの目的と捉えればいいのではないでしょうか。
So would it not be prudent to assume that their declaration itself is their terrorist objectives? You say that, but it still doesn't really click with me. All stuff about melting down a nuclear reactor if they don't shut down nuclear reactors? Just doesn't make any sense.
北条さん、相手はこんなにも大胆な型破りな計画を立てた人間ですよ。
Hojo, we're talking about someone who's planned out such a bold and effective plan.
常軌を逸した思考の持ち主だとしても不思議ではありません。
It would not be unusual if they possessed ideas that were far off the beaten track. Well, maybe you're right, but it just doesn't sit right with me at all. That's all.
では、テロを起こした目的が他にもあると？
And you're saying you think the terrorists have another objective? I don't know, but that's how I feel. There's a lot I still don't know. Why is it that Noise is pretending to be Alt? Why did Hatsumi call herself Alt's mother a year ago? Why did the records state that Effie had the twins when she was 11 years old? Why did Hatsumi and Effie have to kill Okuma? Why? Why? There's just too many mysteries. I don't get what Bra could be planning. However, there is one thing that's clear now. My objective. Okuma, who I believe was the mastermind up until now, has been murdered, making it clear that there was someone behind the scenes who was the true mastermind. Hatsumi Kizeki. I need to meet with her. But where is she right now? Where is she located? I have an idea. Hey, Mikhail? Could Hatsumi be living on an Okishi Island?
よくご存知ですね。そうです。
You're well informed. That's correct. I knew it. I remember when I heard from Alt, or rather, Noid to be more accurate, back in the hotel room. She told me back then that she lived on Okishi Island. I confirmed that with her this afternoon at Hive as well. And Hatsumi is Alt's grandmother. So it's only natural they live on the same island.
北条さん、私は先ほどいい考えがあると言いました。
Hojo, I believe I told you I had a good idea.
そのいい考えとはそのことだったんですよ。
That's exactly what that idea is. What do you mean?
これ以上この町に留まっていては危険です。
It's too dangerous for you to stay in this city.
一刻も早く警察の手の届かないところへと逃げる必要があります。
You need to run somewhere where the police can't reach you.
とはいえ、人里離れた山奥や国外、そんなところに逃げたところで問題は何も解決しません。
However, fleeing to some remote village in the mountains or overseas will not solve the problem.
私たちは自らの手で真犯人を突き止めなければならない。
We have to find the true culprit ourselves.
鍵を握っているのはエフィと初見です。
Effie and Hatsumi hold the keys to that.
そのうちの一人の居場所は分かっている。
I know where one of them is.
さあ、北条さん、もうお分かりですね。
You understand now, don't you, Hojo?
逃亡と捜査、この2つを同時に行える場所はたった一つしか存在しません。
There's only one place in this world where you can both run away and investigate at the same time. You don't mean?
ええ、そうです。
Yes, I do.
一緒に行きましょう。
Let's go together
オキシ島に。
to Okishi Island. There's no longer anything to think about. Now that I found my objective, all I have to do is just head towards it. There's no need to hesitate. No need for second thoughts. Mikhail is right in front of me right now. The only thing I should do right now is make sure I don't lose sight of him. I'll leave everything to him. I'll follow along in his footsteps. We walk away from the river and enter the city. An encampment of police officers are waiting there. They shout as soon as they see us. This isn't the sort of situation where excuses or anything will help. Mikhail and I look at each other and nod. We both take off running, rushing through the entertainment business district at night. Wait! I shake off the police officer's calls. I'm not afraid or worried. If anything, I'm almost a little excited. I have Mikhail behind me, a reliable ally. Thinking about it that way, when I think about it that way, I can't keep my heart from racing for some reason. With the power restored, the city feels more lively than ever. The streets are lively, swarming with crowds, making their ways back and forth down the streets. We push our way through them, and occasionally knock them down, weaving our way through narrow gaps, just running straight ahead. I almost feel like we can run anywhere. I almost feel like we can surpass the flow of time. There's nothing tying me down anymore. Now freed from my curse, I become a gale that runs straight ahead. I lightly danced to the in the moon, carving my steps with each go. The midnight summer breeze blows by, and then vanishes into the crowd of people. However, my heart's still burning as hot as ever. Whether it's from the chase or from that hand gripping me, I can't tell. That firm sensation. Sorry, my body melts into that firm sensation. We arrive at the harbor. There's a seaplane parked by near it.
北条さん、この飛行機に
Hojo, let's get in this plane.
さあ乗ってください。
Get in, please. Mikhail jumps into the pilot seat as soon as he says that, and I follow after him. There's no one running out chasing us. We lost the officers in the crowds a while back.
では参りましょうか。
Shall we then?
少し揺れるかもしれません。捕まっていてください。
Please hold on tight. It might get a little bumpy. The engine roars to life with his voice. The propellers start revolving. With the plane slowly moving away from the harbor. The waves on the water in the harbor are quite calm. The plane cuts through the smooth water surface, and before long, soars up into the air. We pick up speed the further we go. I can see glittering neon below us. Scattered pieces of light bleed into my eyes.
本来であればこの夜景を存分に堪能していただきたいところなのですが
I would have loved to have just taken in this sight, but suddenly we sharply dive down, decreasing in altitude.
すみません。レーダーに捕捉されると厄介なことになりそうなので
I'm sorry. I thought we might get caught on radar if we kept staying at that height. Mikhail gives a little smile as he holds on to the controls. His smile calms my heart, engulfing me with relief. I lean back into the seat and tilt my head. I look out the window again. I can vaguely see the disappearing city, the city fading away from behind. Is everything over now? That thought suddenly comes to me. Well, that question disappears almost as soon as it arrived. No. Of course this isn't the end of it. If anything, the real show begins now. The plane glides through the night. Sound of us soaring through the darkness grazes my ears. This is a room on the second floor of an old inn on Okishi Island. Brown pillars and furniture around me gives off a calm atmosphere.
ゆうべはぐっすりとお休みになれましたかな。
You sure slept like a log last night. Yeah, sure did.
朝ごはんの方は
We had breakfast. Yeah. Lovely inn, isn't it?
気に入っていただけましたか。それは何よりです。
So you like it. That's what matters most. Let's go back a little bit in time for a second. We arrived here in this island in the middle of the night. Is there any place we can stay this late at night? When I asked Mikhail that, he answered this. Rest assured, there's this inn on the island that I frequent. I'll show you the way. Mikhail parked the plane on the harbor and then took me over to this inn. Even though it was late at night, the innkeeper gladly welcomed us. We each went to our own independent rooms, and then the current time is 10:15 a.m. Mikhail's now in front of me once again, my stomach full with breakfast. Sure is funny though that you have a acquaintance on such a remote island. I mean,
知り合い
no, that I have an acquaintance. Wait. No, that you have. Yeah, sorry, you have an acquaintance on such a remote island. Acquaintance? I mean the innkeeper.
ああ、知り合いというかただの顔見知りですよ。
Oh, I don't know if I'd call us acquaintances. We just know each other's faces. That's all.
何度か泊まらせてもらっただけで。
I've just stayed here a number of times before. That's all. It's all the same. It doesn't change how funny it is. Hatsumi's on this island. The Bank of Japan attack, the theft of the gold, the cyber terrorist attack, and the 2 murders. Hatsumi Kiseki is the one who appears to be behind all those incidents. I look into Mikhail's eyes. I squint and try to gauge his reaction. Mikhail just shrugs.
おやおや、私のことを何か疑ってらっしゃるんですか。
Whoa, hey. You're not doubting me or anything, are you? You're not suspicious of me or something, are you?
よしてください。本当にただの偶然です。
Enough, please. It really is just a coincidence.
私が初めてこの島を訪れたのは今から半年ほど前になります。
I first came to this island about half a year ago.
目的は観光です。
I was here to sightsee.
その時以来、この島の魅力に取りつかれてしまって、
I've been taken in by this island's beauty ever since.
何度も訪れているうちに、番頭さんにも顔を覚えてもらえるようになったのです。
And through my multiple visits here, the innkeeper and I came to know each other's faces. Oh, really? Sightseeing, huh?
それにしてもどうしていきなりそんなことを。
Still, why are you bringing this up?
ゆうべあの飛行機に乗っている時には一言もおっしゃらなかったではありませんか。
You didn't say a single word when we were on the plane last night. Because I was tired. I really did want to talk about it, but ask you about it. But I was just so exhausted.
確かにそれもそうでしたな。
True enough.
この島に着くまでぐっすりとお休みになられていました。
We were completely calmed down until we arrived at this island.
可愛かったですよ、北条さんの寝顔。
You were so adorable when you slept.
さてと、それでは早速ですが、行動開始と参りましょうか。
Now then, what do you say we get down to business? Business?
北条さん、まさかお忘れになったわけではないでしょう。
You haven't forgotten, have you?
わざわざこの沖志島にまでやってきたのは警察から逃れるためだけではありません。
We didn't come all the way to this island just to escape from the police.
ましてや観光目的でもない。
Nor are we here to sightsee. Ah, yeah, that's right. We gotta find out where Hatsumi is.
手分けして探しましょう。その方が早い。
Let's split up and search. It'll be faster that way. I nod.
ただし初見の居所を突き止めたとしても一人で乗り込むというようなバカな真似はしないでくださいね。
However, even if you do find out where Hatsumi is, please don't do something reckless like go there alone.
必ず私に報告してください。
Please tell me first.
もちろん私も勇み足は慎みます。ですから
I'll refrain from any heroics too, of course. So, I know. Got it. Alright, then if anything happens, call me.
いや、それは無理です。
No, that'll be impossible. Why is that?
この島では携帯は使えないんですよ。
This island doesn't get any reception. Really? I take out my prepaid cell phone and check the screen. And indeed, it says no service.
待ち合わせをしましょ
Let's pick a place to meet.
う。午後2時に島の南西にある砂浜で。
We'll see each other again at 2 p.m. at the beach to the southwest of this island. Roger that. Mikayo and I leave the inn. Mikayo raises a hand and smiles as he walks off. I look towards the greenery to see the innkeeper tending to the plants. He stops when he sees me and speaks up.
お出かけですか?
Are you going out now? Yes. Thanks for last night. Oh, and the breakfast this morning was good too.
この島で誇れることと言ったらそれぐらいですからね。
Well, that's about all we have to be proud of on this island.
取れたての魚、海の幸。
The fish we catch, the sea's blessings.
他には温泉が出るわけでもありませんし、風光明媚な観光スポットがあるわけでもない。
We don't have any hot springs here or anything, nor do we have any noteworthy tourist spots or anything like that.
偏僻なところで申し訳ありません。
I apologize that it's such a boring island. That's not true. I think it's beautiful.
そうですか。そう言っていただけるとこちらも気が休まります。
I see. It warms my heart to hear that.
何もないところですが、ゆっくりして行ってください。
We don't have much here, but please, feel free to relax all you'd like. Hey, can I ask you a question?
どうぞ、何なりとお尋ねください。
By all means. I'm looking for a woman named Hatsumi. Do you know her?
はい、存じておりますよ。
Yes, I do. No way, you do?
ええ、もちろんですとも。
But of course.
ここは小さな島ですからね。住人は一人残らず顔見知りみたいなもので。
This is a small island, so everyone knows each other. You know where she is right now?
ご自宅の方ではないでしょうか。
Her home, perhaps? Where's her home?
少々お待ちください。
Please wait. The innkeeper disappears into the inn. Quickly comes back with a piece of paper. He shows it to me as he continues.
この島の地図です。
This is a map of the island.
観光案内用の地図ですから詳しくは書かれていませんが。
So there isn't much on it since it's a map meant for tourists.
ちょうどこの辺り。
It's right around here.
岬の近くの森の中に初見さんの小屋はあります。
Hatsumi has a cabin on the cape right in these woods. The innkeeper points to a part in the northeast part section of the map. Huh. That was rather easy. You know, you really should consider giving out some really complicated riddle to the next guy who's looking for the place. That's a good idea. I think I'll do just that. Thank you for the wonderful suggestion, ma'am. Okay, no, it's not what really happened. Can I have this map?
どうぞどうぞ。そのために持ってきたんですから。
Well, of course. That's why I brought it out. I take the map. I look towards the road. I can't see Mikhail anymore. I can't tell if he went left or right. Hey, while I'm at it, can I ask you a little more? Yes, it is a bias. It is entirely a bias that got Marion a simple answer. I turn back to the innkeeper and speak. What kind of person is Hatsumi?
物腰の柔らかな品のあるおばあさんですよ。
Hold on a second. A kind and refined elderly lady. What does she do on this island?
今は引退してのんびりと余生を過ごしているという感じではないでしょうか。
If I had to say, I guess you could say she's currently living her retirement peacefully on this island. She's retired?
ええ、かつては製薬会社の社長さんをなさっていたのですが。
Yes, though she used to be the president of a pharmaceutical company. Pharmaceutical company? Do you mean Devra Pharmaceuticals?
はい、そうです。
Yes, that's the one. I see now. I heard about Devra Pharmaceuticals from Kojiro back in that oil tanker. He was the headmistress of La Bayou. No, sorry, Effie Kizeki. Effie Kizeki, who's the headmistress of La Bayou and the chairwoman of Bra, is also the president of Devra Pharmaceuticals. What's more, Mikhail told me last night that Bra's founder was Hatsumi. So in other words, Hatsumi started up both Bra and Devra Pharmaceuticals and left them both to Effie. Do you know a girl named Noi Kizeki?
ええ、もちろんですとも。
Yes, of course.
さっきも申し上げたかと思いますが、島民は一人残らず顔見知りですから。
I believe I already said this, but all the islanders know each other.
ああ、そうそう、そういえば、今朝方帰ってきたみたいですね。
Oh, that's right. Speaking of which, it seems she came back this morning. She came back? You mean she's on this island?
ええ。
Yes.
もっともその時の子がノイちゃんだったのかアルトちゃんだったのかは定かではありませんが。
However, it wasn't clear if that girl was Noi or Alt. What do you mean? 1 year ago, Alt.
ご存知でしたか。
So you knew, huh?
その通り。 残念ながら片方の子は亡くなってしまいました。
That's right. Sadly, one of the girls passed away last year.
けれど今でもアルトちゃんはノイちゃんの中に生きているのです。
But all continues to live in Noi, even now.
いえ、ノイちゃんの方がアルトちゃんの中に生き続けているというか。
Or perhaps you could say that it's Noi who lives in Alt now. Huh?
一度お会いになってみればわかりますよ。
You'll understand once you meet them. I've already met with Alt a number of times already. I don't have a clue what he's talking about. Can I ask you some questions about this island?
そうですね。何からお話しすればいいでしょうか。
No, sorry, she said, can you tell me about this island? Where do I begin?
まず島の大きさですが。
I suppose we'll start with the island's size.
あ、そうそう。水上飛行機でいらっしゃったんですよね。
Oh, right, you came in a seaplane, right? Yes.
では上空からご覧になったかと思います。
And I believe you saw it from above.
オキシ島はとても小さな島です。
Okishi Island is a very small island.
人口は200人と少ししかおりません。
We only have about 200 people living here.
島の経済は主に漁業だけで成り立っています。
We make our living mostly off of fishing.
あとはいくつかの農家がパッションフルーツの栽培もしていますが、生産量はさほど多くはありません。
We also cultivate passion fruits across various farms. But we don't produce that many. Funny, I think an island like this would get most of its money from tourism.
隣にある常盤島はそうですけどね。この島には観光客の方はめったにお見えにならないんですよ。
That's how it is for Tokiwa Island, the island next door. But this island rarely gets any visitors.
先ほども申し上げましたように何もない島ですから。
As I said earlier, it's because we don't have much on this island.
宣伝をしようにもセールスポイントがないので、いかんともしがたいものがありまして。
Not much we can do about that when we don't really have much to advertise about this place. What's your relationship to Mikhail?
ごひいきにしていただいているお客さんですよ。
He's my favorite customer. I asked that in order to confirm what No, I asked about Mikhail in order to confirm something. To be exact, confirm if what he said earlier was true or not. When was it that Mikhail first came to this island?
半年ほど前だったと思います。
About half a year ago, I believe.
それからはちょくちょくお越しくださるようになって。
He's been coming here now and then ever since.
この島のことよっぽど気に入っていただけたんでしょうね。
It seems he's rather fond of this island.
とにかく今はすっかりとこの土地に馴染んでしまって、ほとんど島民も同然といった感じですよ。
At any rate, he's blended in with this land so much that he's practically an islander himself now. He practically feels like an islander himself now. The innkeeper's testimony lines up with what Mikhail said. Maybe I was just looking too deep into it. Thank you for answering my questions. They were very helpful.
いえいえ、俺なんていいんですよ。
Oh no need to thank me.
お客様のご要望にお答えするのは番頭の務めですから。
It's an innkeeper's duty to fulfill his guests' wishes. Alright then, I'll be going now.
いってらっしゃいませ。
Have a safe trip.
ああ、そうそう。
Oh, right. The innkeeper speaks up just as I'm about to leave.
今夜、島の南西にある神社、 沖宮神社というところでお祭りがあります。
Tonight, we'll be having a festival at Okishinobiya Shrine, located on the southwest part of this island.
もしよろしければ行ってみてはいかがですか？
Why don't you come attend if you're curious? A festival?
と言っても前夜祭なんですがね。
Well, to be exact, it's the eve of the festival.
本祭は明日8月8日に開催されることになっています。ですから
The real festival starts tomorrow on August 8th, so... Wait, hold on.
何でしょう？
What is it? Tomorrow's August 14th, right? I mean, today's August 13th. Did you get the date wrong?
間違い？
Wrong?
いえいえ、そんなことはありません。
Oh no, that's not the case at all.
今日は間違いなく7日ですよ。
Today is August 7th, make no mistake of that.
8月。
What's this guy talking about? Did he hit his head or something? Well, whatever. He's probably just mistaken anyway. I gotta find Mikhail first. He told me not to do anything reckless, like go off to Hatsumi's place alone if I found out where she was. To inform him first and foremost. I can't use my cell phone. So I have no way to get in touch with him. Supposed to meet up at 2 p.m. Right now it's 11 a.m. There's just 3 more hours to go, so... Okay, off we go. Any particular place we want to go? Although it's all the same places we saw on Kojiro's side. Actually, there is no real proper way forward. We have to visit them all anyway, so... That's where we want to go first. There's certain occasions where there is a proper way to go when we have to advance the story. But for now, I think we're just chilling around the island, so... We can pick... Alright, House of Light. House of Light it is. I'm at a cape to the east of the island. A thick round tower, is stretching out to the sky. It's a lighthouse. Standing tall and proud, almost like it's a symbol of something. I open the steel door and climb up the spiral staircase. I'm going out to the deck. I take a look around. I don't see Mikhail anywhere. I give up and go back down. Oh, this sucks. Where the hell can Mikhail be? Okay, so yep, nothing here. Let's just go... Alright, I'll just pick randomly now. Let's go to the harbor. Oh, sorry. This is the harbor. A plain, simple harbor. Though it's desolate, it also tells me that it's a rather calm place. I'll take a look around. Mikhail isn't anywhere. Damn it. Where the hell did Mikhail go? I casually open the cabin door and look inside, and go inside. This is the first time I've been in the cabin. I was in the pilot seat the whole time when I was in the sky. In the cockpit, sorry. Ah, I see. I mutter that as I leave the cabin. There's actually a certain something left in the cabin. Knows that. As for what that certain something is, well, doesn't really matter right now. Alright, so I take another look around. Is there anyone here? Oh yeah, there is. There's someone on a fishing boat. A young man is swabbing the deck. He's probably a fisherman. Perfect. Why don't I go ask him some questions? I approach him and speak. Sorry. Do you have a minute? The fisherman turns around. What? I feel like I've been struck by lightning. I'm completely frozen in place. This young man. It's Ape. The DJ of Hive. The guy who jumped off the department store roof. He should be dead. Why? What's going on?
何見てんだよ。
What are you looking at?
なんか俺に用なのか。
Got some business with me? I can't speak. My mind's gone blank and I can't think about anything.
ダーク、何なんだよ。
Sheesh. What's your deal? The man's carrying a bucket in one hand and a deck brush in the other. For a moment, those impossible words flashed through my mind again. Today is August 7th. If today really is the 7th, then it's not strange that he's still alive. After all, he jumped off the department store roof on the morning of August 10th. That's impossible. Does he not remember me? Why? Is he a different person? Or a twin? He clicks his tongue and gives me an annoyed glare. And with that, he quickly leaves. I can't even bring myself to call out to him or chase him. I just silently watch as he leaves. Take some time until I manage to calm back down. And yet my confusion continues. I have no idea what's going on. However, it doesn't mean I can just stand here around here forever. I'll think about that man later. So yeah, we'll be going now. We'll go to the shrine since that's what was requested earlier. There's just a shrine on the western side of the island. Doesn't look like anyone's here. The innkeeper said they'll be having the eve of a festival here tonight. However, it's rather plain for if that's the case. The only decoration I see is a hanging rope. There's no stalls or anything around. In fact, there's no people around either. That's odd. Why is no one here? I take a look around.
何かお探しかな
Are you looking for something? I hear a voice behind me. I turn around and see an old man there. Who are you?
ただの老いぼれじゃよ。
Just an old man. Do you live on this island?
この島の人じゃ。
Why, yes.
萌えさんは
And you are? Just a passing tourist. It'd be a pain to tell the guy the truth, so I just make that up on the spot.
観光客がこの島に来るなんて珍しいこともあるもんじゃ。
Huh. It's not every day we get tourists here. Make it sound like this island isn't a very popular place.
そうじゃな。よそもんはめったに来ん。
You got that right. We barely get any outsiders at all.
来るとしたら少々変わった趣味を持ったもの。
And the ones that do come are usually the ones who have strange tastes.
例えば孤島マニアとかそういう連中だけじゃ。
Like people who are obsessed with remote islands. Just people like that. Remote islands, huh? Huh? Wasn't there an island right next door? That's what the innkeeper said anyway.
常盤島のことかね。
You mean Tokiwa Island? Right, that's the one.
確かに隣は隣じゃがな。
It's true that it is there.
しかし距離にすると 70km くらいは離れておる。
But next door is a bit misleading. It's about 70 kilometers. Oops. Sorry. Oh, accidentally unplugged my computer again. Sorry for that little scratch. However, next door isn't exactly accurate. It's about 70 kilometers away.
20ノットは出る船でも2時間はかかるわな。
That's 2 hours even on a boat that can go 20 knots.
で、話は元に戻るが何を探していたのかね。
So to get back on topic, are you looking for something? 2 things actually. One of them is a foreigner. Have you seen a large man with blonde hair?
進駐軍かね。
Hold on a second. Oh, sorry. Is he an invader? No, he's from a former ally of ours.
まさかイタリア人じゃあるまいね。
He's not Italian, is he? He's German.
そうか。ドイツ人か。
I see. A German man, huh?
まあどっちにしろ見かけてはおらんのじゃが。
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I haven't seen him either way. I see.
二つ目の方は
So what's the second thing you're looking for? The Islanders.
今は夏じゃ。冬眠をしてる動物なんておらんわい。
It's summer right now. There aren't any animals who are hibernating right now. You're playing dumb on purpose, aren't you? Sorry, you're playing senile on purpose, aren't you? The old man cackles.
冬眠ならこの先におるぞい。
The Islanders are right up ahead. You mean on the other side of the shrine?
そうじゃ。
That's right.
森を抜けていったところに大きな広場がある。
Go through the woods and you'll find a large plaza.
岬の先端にある広場じ
It's at the tip of the cape.
ゃ。冬眠はそこで今夜の祭りの準備をしておる。
The Islanders are there preparing for tonight's festival. I strain my ears and look around. There are cicadas crying from every which way. The trees shake with a sudden breeze. The sounds are all mixing together, but I can indeed hear the sounds of hustle and bustle from people as well. I head towards the direction the voice is. There's a narrow path in the forest behind the shrine. When I get through it, I find a wide space right in front of me. The cape. Just as the old man said, there's indeed a large plaza there. There's a stage erected in its center. Several stalls are surrounding it. The islanders are there as well. There must be at least 100 of them. People are spread out all over the plaza, doing their own work. I hear cheerful voices as well as voices barking out orders. The lively voices of its people echo off the cape's edge. I speak to several of them and ask if they see the blonde man. However, they all say, "Beats me, haven't seen him." I ask for the date too, just to be sure. And when I do, they all tell me, it's August 7th, isn't it? I leave the plaza and return to the shrine. The old man is no longer there. Okay, so we're done with the shrine, so let's go to the shopping district, the one place we haven't gone yet. I go down a slanted hill and arrive at the shopping district. So I'm not sure that's the best term for it. All I really have there are shops that sell fruits, rice, grains, and alcohol. Sorry, vegetables and alcohol. As well as a small clinic in the corner. Mikhail around? Take a look around, but I don't see Mikhail. In fact, I don't even see a single person in there. Doesn't look like he's here. Right when I mutter that, I hear a voice from behind.
何かお探しですか?
Are you looking for something? Are you an islander?
え?
Yes, that's right. Ah, perfect timing. Looking for a blonde man. Have you seen him?
いいえ。外国の方ですか?
Foreigner? Yes, that's right. He's German.
でしたら、この島では目立つはずですけどね。
He would stick out like a sore thumb on this island then.
すみません。一度もお見かけしたことはないですね。
I'm sorry, but I don't believe I've seen him. I see. Well, thanks anyway.
失礼ですが、観光客の方ですか?
Pardon me, but are you a tourist? Me?
ええ。
Yes. No, I'm just a visitor. I'm not a tourist. If anything, I'm more like an invader. I can't very well be saying that, so I just continue. I'm just a wandering drinker, that's all.
お酒がお好きなんですね。
You like alcohol, don't you? Well, as much as any other person, I guess. I'm sorry, but I don't have time to be chatting. I gotta go find that German the guy was talking about.
そうですか。
I see.
夜までには見つかるといいですね。
I hope you find before night. Why is that?
今夜の前夜祭、行かれるんでしょ?
We're holding an eve of a festival tonight. Right?
あら、もしかしてご存知なかったんですか?
Oh, were you not aware of that? No, I knew about that. No, I think I'll sound ridiculous. I can't help but ask her something. Hey, what's today's date? The woman gives me a puzzled look.
8月7日ですけど。
It's August 7th. Take my cell phone now in the pocket and check the screen. The date on there does indeed say August 13th. So what's going on here? Why is even this woman saying the same thing as the innkeeper? Ape jumped off the roof of the department store on the night of August 9th. No, to be exact, the date already changed by that point. So to be precise, it was the early hours of August 10th. August 7th would have been 3 days before that. In any case, it doesn't change that would be the past. What's going on here? Did I travel back through time? Of course not. That's ridiculous.
どうかされました？
Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I fold my phone back together and put it back in my pocket. The woman smiles sweetly like she paid that no heed. The woman sign looks up to the sky and speaks.
いい天気ですね。
Nice weather, isn't it?
今日も暑くなりそう。
Looks like it's gonna be another hot day.
では、私はこれで。
Well, I must be going now. The woman gives a refined farewell and then quietly leaves. Just as she's passing by, I catch a whiff of her scent. It's a sweet scent of honey. Okay, so now we have one more place opened up, so let's go there. I searched all over the place, but in the end I couldn't find Mikhail. Alright, that doesn't mean I just wandered blindly around the island either. There's still a place on the map I hadn't visited. One of them was that mysterious building on the north part of the island, which I decided to head to. The road stretches out in curves. I can't see what's up ahead, but that building must be there. I keep walking, heading for it. Before long, I reach a building with a red roof. Just flat land all around. Past the building is the sky. The elevation of this place is relatively high. There's probably a steep cliff on the other side of this thing. I approach the building. There's one sign next to the door. There are old letters there. Devra Pharmaceuticals, Okishi Island research facility. It's just as I thought. I open the door and step inside. I'm greeted by a long hallway and several doors on each side. I look in them one by one, but all of them are the same. The research benches are covered in dust. The shelves are empty, and there are cobwebs stretched all over the corners of the room, as well as giant pieces of machinery. Those rusted machines all have old-fashioned CRT monitors embedded in them. Also, some computers there as well, but all of them are extremely old-fashioned types. It seems this facility isn't being used right now. It's probably been abandoned. As I think that, I open the last door. And when I do,
おい、何なんだよあんた。
hey, who are you?
勝手に入ってくんなよ。
Don't just go busting into places. The man practically jumps to his feet and screams when he sees me. Are you a researcher?
ああ、そうだよ。
Yeah, that's right.
っていうか、あんた全く動じてないみたいだな。
Hey, you're not even the least bit scared.
分かってんのか？不法侵入してるんだぞ。
Sorry, you're not the least bit phased. Don't you get it? This is breaking and entering.
出てけよ、今すぐ。
Get out now. I will after I've asked my questions. Look, a UFO. No, that's just a light. Ugh. Gross.
出てけ。
There's a curved desk by the wall, as well as a chair there as well. LCD screens surround the chair. A state-of-the-art computer is right there on the desk. Both the tower and the monitor are on. On the screen is the base sequence for amino acids. No, sorry, what's on the screen is neither the base sequence of amino acids nor... 1 second. Sorry, what's on the screen is neither the base sequence of an amino acid nor the structure formula of a macromolecular compound. It's 3D graphics. No matter how you look at it, all's on the screen is a 3D game.
悪いか。
Sorry, you're playing a game? Got a problem with that? Aren't you supposed to be on the clock?
今は昼休みだよ。
I'm on my lunch break now. I glance at the clock. It's past noon. Where are the other researchers? You can't be the only one here, can you?
なわけないだろ
Of course not.
う。他に4、50人はいるよ。
It's about 40 or 50 others. That many? This facility looks like it's barely being used.
俺が今こうして使ってるだろうが。
I'm using it, aren't I? All the other rooms are like ruins, though.
あんたには関係ないだろ
It's none of your business.
う。いいから出てけよ。
Just get out of here. It is my business. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, let's continue. You know an old woman named Hatsumi? Her main name is Yaida. He's going by the name Kizeki now. Researcher suddenly falls silent when he hears that. So you do know her, huh? After all, she is the one who founded Devro Pharmaceuticals.
初美さんとどんな関係なんだ？
What's your connection to her? We've never met directly, but I think she knows me quite well. I was thinking of going to go see her right now.
初美さんの家が知りたいのか？
Do you want to know where Hatsumi's house is? No, I already know. It's in the forest in the cape on the northeast part of the island, right?
ああ、そうだ。
Yeah, that's right.
じゃあどうしてここに？
And what are you doing here? I was looking for someone else. Have you seen a blonde German man?
ああ、それなら見かけだよ。
Yeah, I have. Huh? Where?
画面の中で。
In the screen.
今ちょうど敵と戦ってたところなんだ。
I was just fighting with the enemies right now.
そいつが金髪のドイツ人、古い軍人だったんだよ。
The guy's a blonde Nazi, you see. I heave a sigh. Fine, whatever. Alright then. Then tell me about Devro Pharmaceuticals. What are you researching?
あんたバカか？
Are you an idiot?
うちは製薬会社だ。薬の研究に決まってるだろ。
We're a pharmaceutical company, so we're studying medicine, obviously. Duh. What kind of medicine?
いろいろだよ。
All kinds of medicine. What do you mean by all kinds?
これ以上は言えない。企業秘密だ。
I can't tell you any more than that. Company secret.
あんたこれから初美さんに会いに行くんだろ？
You're gonna go see Hatsumi now, aren't you?
だったら直接聞けばいいじゃないか。
Then just ask her yourself. True, that does make sense. Hatsumi's the one who holds all the keys to this. I don't think this man would know about the incidents.
ま、何も教えちゃくれないとは思うがね。
Not that I think she'll tell you anything, though. The researcher has to have a sneer. Alright then, I'll go get lost just like you want. Excuse me. Go and take all your time beating up old soldiers or whatever. I'll leave with that sarcastic remark. Mikhail wasn't here either. I take a look at the map. Hatsumi's house is near. Looks like I just have to cut across the plains to get there. Just then, I remember what Mikhail said.
ただし初見の居所を突き止めたとしても一人で乗り込むというようなバカな真似はしないでくださいね。
However, even if you do find out where Hatsumi is, don't do something reckless like going there all alone.
必ず私に報告してください。
Tell me first, please. I shake off that voice to start walking. 1 second. Okay, I was just checking to see how much like time would look like it would be good left. I probably can if I probably keep going straight, I'll probably go for another hour or so. It might be a little extra long today. Anyway, I've already done plenty of what I need to do. I looked around the island. So Mikhail shouldn't have anything to complain about. I can't just sit around all day. I have to find out the truth as soon as possible. I have to go to where Hatsumi is. I mutter that to myself as if trying to persuade myself and keep moving. I'll grill that old lady for all she's worth. Have her tell me everything she's done till now, and what she's going to do from now on. The wind blows through the plains. The grass rustling in the breeze. The trails of wind draw an arch and spread like waves, like ripples. If this were an old samurai film, this is where the final showdown would be. The fact that stupid thought came to my mind is proof that I'm calm. I've already come this far. Yeah, I should be fine to go another hour, so. Hesitating won't accomplish anything. I reach for my back and feel the sensation of cold steel on my gun there. Just hope I can resolve to having to take this thing out. I start walking as I mutter that. It only takes me 5 minutes to get to the entrance to the woods from here. There's a small path like an animal trail in the woods. Barely any light is getting through the canopy of leaves and trees up above. Same goes for the wind, too. The air around me feels like it's been there stagnated there for the past million years. What a creepy forest. As I wander through the gloomy forest, I suddenly feel fear beginning to well in me. The composure I had until just a minute ago is almost entirely gone. For some reason, I'm restless. I step further and further into the darkness. An ominous presence encroaches upon me. I don't know why. But every step I take makes me feel more nervous. The time is currently 1 p.m. It took me over 30 minutes to get here on foot. When I look up, I see a clear circular spot amongst the greenery. Within is a small wooden cabin. This must be the place. So this is Hatsumi's cabin. I take a deep breath. I put my hand on my chest and close my eyes. When I open them, I return to my usual self. I steel myself and knock on the door.
どうぞ。
Come on in. A response comes right away. I open the door and step into the cabin. I spot the old woman almost right away. She's sitting on the living room sofa. There are 2 dogs at her side.
よくいらっしゃいましたね。
You've done well to find your way here.
どうぞおかけになってください。
Have a seat, please. She says that. Almost if she knew I was coming. She says that calmly, it's almost if she knew I was coming here ahead of time. You're Hatsumi, aren't you?
はい。
Correct. I have some questions for you.
その前におかけになってはいかがですか？
Why don't you take a seat first? No, I'm good as I am.
そうですか。
Is that so? The living room is right in front of right by the front door. There's no shoebox or anything around. The living room floor is connected directly to the front door. You don't need to take off your shoes. The old woman spoke as if she saw what I was looking at. The old lady gives off a refined image. She assists her quietly, giving her an aura of elegance. Though she may be old, her spirit clearly hasn't withered. The long history carved into the woman's body gives off an oppressive aura, just like this hut. I slowly walk over to the woman, still wearing my shoes.
ところで今何時でしょ
Incidentally, what time is it? It's just past 1.
う。お昼の方は
In the afternoon? No, sorry, have you had lunch? Not yet.
よろしければお召し上がりになりますか
Would you like to help yourself to something? Are you screwing with me?
と申しますと
Whatever do you mean? You know who I am, don't you?
もちろんですとも。
But of course.
内閣情報調査室一級捜査官北条マリナさんですね。
You're Marina Hojo. A first-class investigator of the Cabinet Intelligence Research Organization. If you know that, then why are you so casual?
あなたは遠方からはるばるお越しくださったお客様です。
You are a guest who has come from quite afar.
客人をおもてなしするのは主としての礼儀でしょ。
It's only natural to show hospitality to one's guests, is it not? Sorry, but I'm going to have to turn you down on that one. I'm not going to eat something that might be poisoned. What's so funny?
だって毒だなんてそんな。
I would never poison you. Hey, you used to run a pharmaceutical company. It'd be a cinch for you to get your hands on some fishy drugs.
なぜ私があなたを殺さなければならないのです
And why would I have to kill you? Because you have a grudge against Zero. You're the one who killed those two, aren't you?
二人
Those two? Don't play dumb! I'm talking about Ryuji Kominato, the head of the Kominato Financial conglomerate, and Tomoyoshi Yokuma, the chief of the Bank of Japan's systems section, intelligence section, systems section, and the top brass of BRA.
私は殺してなどいません。
I did no such thing. And if you didn't carry it out directly, you still gave the order, didn't you? You told someone to kill Kominao and Okuma, didn't you?
そんな命令をした覚えはありません。
I have no recollection of such a thing. And who killed those two?
お分かりにならないのですか？
Do you not know?
北条さん、あなたですよ。
It was you, Hojo.
あなたが2人を殺したのです。
You killed the two of them. Don't give me that crap. I didn't kill anyone.
本当ですか？
Did you truly? Of course I didn't.
自信を持って断言できますか？
Can you say that for sure? What do you mean?
人間の脳はしばしば嘘をつきます。
The mind lies to us from time to time.
自分に都合の悪い記憶を改ざんしてしまうことがあるのです。
It falsifies memories that are inconvenient for us.
もう一度よく思い出してみてください。
Please, I invite you to remember one more time carefully.
2人が殺された時のこと、鮮明に覚えていますか？
Do you clearly remember when those two were killed? Well... No, I do. I remember. First there was Kominato. I heard a gunshot when I was in front of his villa, and then I broke in. I went down to the basement, and then I saw his body lying there.
証人は？
Do you have anyone who can back you up on that? It doesn't matter if I do. I didn't kill him. That's a fact.
事実ですか？
A fact, is it? Yes, that's right, a fact.
北条さん、一つ例え話をしましょう。
Miss Hojo, allow me to discuss with you a what-if story.
あなたは小学校の同窓会に参加することになりました。
Let's say you are participating in a class reunion for an elementary school class you're in.
懐かしい顔ぶれが一堂に会し、昔話に花が咲きます。
Surrounded by familiar faces, you begin talking about the good old days.
そこであなたはこう言います。
At that point, you say this.
クラスで開催した美人コンテスト、優勝したのは私だったわ。
I was the one who won the beauty contest we held in this class.
ところが他のみんなは首をかしげるばかり。
However, everyone only looks confused.
誰一人としてそのことを覚えている者はいません。
No one remembers that.
あなたの中には明確な記憶があるのに。
Even though your memory of such a thing is clear as day.
黒板に刻まれていく正の字。その一本一本が増えていく様子。誰と競り合ったのか、最終的な票数は何票だったのか、全部覚えているのに。
Even though you remember the words that are on the blackboard at the time. How you competed against the others, and how many votes you got in the end. You remember it all.
でもみんなは口々にこう言うのです。そんなことをした覚えはない。
However, everyone says this. I don't remember doing such a thing.
さて、この美人コンテスト、本当に行われたと言えるのでしょうか。
Now then, can you say that beauty contest really did happen?
結果は学級新聞に載ったわけでもなければ、日誌に記録されたわけでもありません。
It wasn't as if the results were announced in the school paper, nor did anyone write about it in their diaries.
証拠はないのです。
There is no proof.
覚えているのはあなた一人だけで。
You are the only one who remembers.
科学では証明できない事柄はないものとして取り扱うのが通例です。
One second. In science, it is customary to treat unprovable matters as if they do not exist.
つまり科学的に言えばコンテストの開催はなかったというのが事実となります。
So in scientific terms, that means that the contest not happening is a fact.
あなたがいくら熱弁を振るったところで変わることはありません。
You cannot change that no matter how much you argue.
事実は多数決によって決まるのです。
Facts are decided by the majority.
大多数の人間がそうだと言えばそれが事実として確定し、逆に言わなければそれは事実として認められません。
If the majority of people say something is the case, then it's accepted as fact. And anything to the contrary is not acknowledged as fact.
では、あなたの中にあるコンテストの記憶とは一体何なのでしょう。
In that case, what does that mean? What does that mean the contest you remember is?
一言で言ってしまうと、ただの妄想です。少なくとも社会的にはそう見なされます。
Put simply, it is a delusion. At the very least, that is how society sees it.
あなたの頭の中だけにしかないものは、すべて何もかも一切が妄想なのです。
Something that only exists within your mind is a delusion. Nothing more, nothing less.
それを事実として確定するためには、人々を説得しなければなりません。
You have to persuade people in order for it to be accepted as fact.
そのために用いられるのが論理です。
In order to do that, you require logic.
論理とは、架空の事柄を現実のものとして生み出すための便宜的手段に過ぎません。
Hold on a sec. You must tear them down with facts and logic. What? Oh, my apologies. I have the ability to see into the future, and I was beholding what sort of memes we have available to us from look forward to from now. Okay, no, not really. Alright, anyway, here's what she really says. Logic is merely a means of convenience. Create fictional matters as reality.
世の中には絶対的な真実などというものは存在しません。
There is no such thing as an absolute truth in this world.
これまではまず世界に真実なるものが隠されていて、それを発見し証明するという流れが一般的な常識とされていました。
It is common sense that that things are first hidden that truths are first hidden within this world before being discovered and proven.
しかし、これは誤りです。
However, that is a mistake.
まず最初にありきなのは真実ではなく、発想の方です。
What exists at first is not a fact, but rather an idea.
ある一人の人間の発想があり、その発想を人々が受け入れれば、それは真実となります。
If a person has an idea and others accept that idea, it becomes the truth.
重要なのは人々を説得できるかどうかで、この時に最も効力を発揮するのが論理という手段なのです。
The key is to be able to persuade people. And at this point, logic is the most effective tool.
"論理的に説明されれば誰もがうなずかざるを得ないですからね。
If you explain something logically, then everyone will have no choice but to accept it.
事実とは、あるいは真実とは、そういうものです。
That's how facts, or rather the truth, is.
それは人々の手によって作り出されるものなのです。
People create them for themselves.
さて、北条さん、もう一度お尋ねします。
Now then, Miss Hojo, allow me to ask again.
あなたは本当に小湊隆二を殺していないと断言できますか？
Can you really say for sure that you did not kill Ryuji Kominato? I can.
小湊の体内から摘出された弾丸、
Then what of the bullets that were recovered from Kominato's body?
そこに刻まれていた線条痕はあなたの銃のものと一致したそうですね。
It seems that the ballistic markings on them matched up with your gun, did they not? How did you know all that?
私の質問に答えてください。
Please, answer my question. Well, yeah, that's what forensics found out, but...
小湊本人から通報もあったと聞いています。
I heard that Kominato himself also called the police.
彼はこう言ったそうですね。
And apparently he said this.
北条マリナが来た。あいつに殺される。
Marina Hojo is here. She's come to kill me. None of that evidence is true.
動機もあるそうじゃないですか。
And you have a motive too, do you not?
1年前の事件をネタに、あなたは小湊からゆすられていたんでしょ？
Kominato had dirt on you for the incident a year ago, did he not? Wait, hold on a second. We got things backwards right now. Why are you the one asking me questions?
あなたが妙なことを言い出したからです。
You have only yourself to blame for saying such unusual things.
私が2人を殺しただなんて。
Such as accusing me of killing those two.
私は身の潔白を証明しなければなりません。
So I have to prove my innocence.
さあ、答えてください。
Now please, answer me.
小湊に脅迫されていたんですね。
Kominato threatened you, did he not? No. That's not true. I haven't seen Kominato ever since that incident last year.
そうですか。わかりました。
I see. I understand.
では次です。大隈智義のことについてお尋ねします。
Then let's move on. I'll ask about Tomoyoshi Okuma now.
あなたはどのようにして大隈が殺されたことを知ったのですか？
How did you know that Okuma was killed? An acquaintance told me about it. A man named Mikhail.
人から聞いた。伝聞ですね。
Someone else told you. So you only have hearsay to go off of, do you?
実際に死体を目撃したわけではないと。
What you're telling me is that you do not actually see the body for yourself. What are you getting at?
いえ、あまりにも自信たっぷりにおっしゃるもので。
Oh, forgive me. You just sounded so sure of yourself.
どうして大隈が殺害されたと断言できるのです？
What makes you so positive that Okuma was killed? I can trust Mikhail. He's not the kind of person who would lie.
本当に心の底からそう思っていらっしゃいますか？
Is that truly what you believe from the bottom of your heart?
なるほど。今の瞳の動きでわかりました。
I see. I can tell from the way your eyes move just now.
あなたはその人のことを少しは疑っているようですね。
It would seem you still have some doubts about this person.
にもかかわらず、あなたは大熊が殺されたと断言している。
And yet you're declaring that Okuma was killed.
まるで見てきたかのような言い方をされている。
You spoke of it as if though you saw it for yourself.
なぜでしょうか。
Now why is that?
答えは簡単です。
The answer is simple.
彼を殺したのがあなただからです。
It is because you are the one who killed them. No, you're wrong. He was still alive when I was in the recording when I left the recording room.
では、どうして慌てて逃げたのです？
Then why leave in such a hurry? Well, wait. How'd you know I ran away? No, that's not all. Everything you've told me up until now is unnatural. You're almost talking like you're the one who saw it for yourself.
ええ、おっしゃる通りです。
Why, yes, it is exactly as you say.
私はこの目で見ました。あなたが2人を殺害する現場を。
I saw you kill the two of them with my own eyes.
いえ、この目でというのはおかしいかもしれませんね。
No, perhaps with my own eyes is an odd way of saying it.
目で見たのではなく、頭の中で見たのです。
I saw it not with my eyes, but with my mind. What?
私の意識は時間や空間の制約にとらわれることがありません。
My consciousness is not bound by time and space.
とは言っても、自由自在にその能力を扱えるというわけではないのですが。
But that said, it is not as though I can use this power at will. What are you talking about?
簡単に申し上げましょう。
Allow me to make it simple for you.
私には見えるのです。過去や未来の光景が。
I can see visions of the past and future.
たとえそれが遠く離れた場所で起こった出来事であったとしても。
Even if they're happening worlds away.
私はこれをビジョンと呼んでいます。
I call these visions. You're unbelievable. Go on about logic this and logic that when you're hounding on me, and yet when I turn on you, you come up with this bullshit. You can fool me with that kind of crap. If anything, that's the delusion that only exists in your mind.
言ったはずです。真実とは人々の手によって作られるものだと。
As I believe I have said, the truth is created by people themselves.
妄想かどうかはこの際問題ではありません。
Whether it's a delusion or not is not the issue at this point.
重要なのは人々を説得できるかどうかです。
What matters is whether people can be persuaded of it or not.
人々が私のビジョンを信じれば、それは現実となり、真実となるのです。
If you believe in my visions, they become reality, facts. Can I interpret that as a confession? So in short, what you're telling me is, everything is my own delusion. The rest depends on whether I can persuade everyone or not.
どうやらあなたは私の言ったことをまるで理解されていないようですね。
It would seem as though you do not understand a word I have said.
あなたは無意識のうちに 絶対なるものが存在すると信じている。
Unconsciously, you believe that the absolute exists.
現実とは何者かの観測によって生み出されるものではなく、観測する前からそこにあるものだと。
Not in what you believe that reality is not created by people's observations, but that it exists before it's been observed.
そう思っていらっしゃるんでしょ？
Is that not what you believe? Don't change the subject on me.
すり替えてなどいません。
I'm doing no such thing. Then how come you know so much about the incidents? Because you saw them in your visions? No, that's not it. It's because you're the one who killed them. You have a motive. 1 year ago, your granddaughter, Alt Kizeki, was kidnapped and brutally murdered by Ryuji Kominato. You hated Kominato. You wanted to kill him, isn't that right?
今おっしゃったことには間違いが2つあります。
There are two incorrect things about what you just said.
殺されたのはアルトだけではありません。ノイも殺されたのです。
It was not just Alt who was killed. Noi was killed as well.
しかしアルトもノイも共に生きているとも言えます。
However, you can also say that both Alt and Noi are alive. You're not making any sense. Stop it.
わからないはずはないでしょう。
Oh, I do believe I'm making sense.
あなたは実際にアルトに会ったことがあるのですから。
After all, you have met Alt for yourself.
もちろんノイにも。
And Noi too, of course. DID. Dissociative Identity Disorder, huh? Noi survived and created a new personality within her known as Alt, huh?
いいえ、違います。
No, that is wrong.
二人は初めから肉体を共有していたのです。
The two of them have shared a body from the start.
アルトの人格は2つの肉体を持ち、ノイの人格もまた2つの肉体を持っていた。
Alt's personality possesses two bodies, and Noi's personality also possesses two bodies.
2つの人格は2つの肉体を交互に移動していたということです。
Meaning they could switch between the two bodies whenever they pleased.
ところが、その肉体のうちの一つが滅びてしまったがために、
However, because one of their bodies was destroyed, that's impossible.
まあ、このことについては信じていただかなくても結構です。
Well, you do not have to believe me in regards to that.
話を続けましょう。
Let us continue. Hatsumi pays no heed to my bewilderment and continues.
私は間違いが2つあると言いました。
I said you were incorrect about two things.
その2つ目は孫という部分についてです。
The second mistake you made was saying she was my granddaughter.
アルトとノイは私の孫ではありません。
Alt and Noi are not my granddaughters.
娘です。
They are my daughters. What?
戸籍上は孫ということになっていますが、あれは事実ではありません。
The family register lists them as my grandchildren, but that is not the truth. Then what's Effie? Isn't she their mother?
はい、そうです。
Yes, that is correct. Wait, hold on. You just told me that Alt and Noi were your daughters right now, didn't you?
ですからそういうことです。
Precisely.
アルトとノイは私の娘であり、エフィーの娘でもあります。
Alt and Noi are my daughters, and they are Effie's daughters as well.
逆に言えば2人の母親はエフィーであり私でもあるということになります。
On the other hand, that also means that their mother is Effie and me. You're not making any sense.
わからないのはあなたが真剣に考えようとしていないからです。
It's not making any sense only because you are not seriously trying to think about it.
A イコール B、B イコール C ならば答えは自明でしょ。
If A equals B and B equals C, then the answer is clear, is it not? Are you saying that you and Effie are one and the same?
その通りです。
Precisely.
私はエフィーそのものであり、エフィーは私自身である。そういうことです。
I mean that I am Effie and Effie is me. She's really not making any sense here. I shake my head. Well, whatever, forget about that. You almost got me getting off topic there, but I'm not gonna let that slide. What I asked about was whether you had a motive or not. For killing Kominato, I mean. You and all are related. If you and Alt are related, then what I said still holds up. I'll ask you again. You were the one who killed Kominato or ordered him to be killed, weren't you?
その質問には意味がありません。お互い平行線をたどるだけです。
That question poses no... That question is pointless. Two of us are just traveling down our own parallel lines at this point.
私はあなたが殺したと思っている。あなたは私が殺したと思っている。
I believe you killed him, and you believe I killed him.
こういう場合、解決策はたった一つしかありません。
In which case, there's only one way to resolve this.
司法の手に委ねることです。
We leave it up in the hands of the law.
一緒に警察に行きますか？
Why don't we go down to the police together?
でしょうね。
I figured that would be your response.
裁判になれば、あなたは圧倒的に不利です。
If we took this to court, you'd be at an overwhelming disadvantage.
証拠がありますからね。目撃者もいますし。
After all, there is both evidence and witnesses. Yes, that's right. I hate to admit it, but it's exactly as you say. Which is exactly why I've come all the way to see you. To get the truth out of your mouth. To have you reveal everything.
北条さん、もうやめませんか？
Will you not stop this already, Hojo? Miss Hojo?
こんな不毛なやりとり、時間の無駄ですよ。
This fruitless talk is merely a waste of time. No, I'm not done yet. I don't just suspect you of killing Kominato. The Bank of Japan attack, the theft of the gold, the cyber-terrorist attack. You're the one who's behind all of them, aren't you?
何のことです？
Whatever do you mean? You're still trying to play dumb after all this? Hatsumi cocks her head as if she has no idea what I'm talking about. Do I have to explain for you to get it?
ええ、お願いします。
Please, that would be much appreciated. Though I'm exasperated out of my mind, I tell her about the incidents. About the attack on the Bank of Japan at the afternoon of August 10th. All the criminals were Hive members. Their objective was to provide getaway vehicles for the later theft of the gold, as well as destroying the generator in the Bank of Japan's basement. And then, at 11:55 p.m. on August 11th, was the cyber terrorist attack. The culprits were a group calling themselves Juggernauts. They caused a wide-scale blackout through the city. The Bank of Japan was no exception either, of course. Power to the bank was cut off. Normally they would have switched to emergency power and security systems would have still been active. However, because the children from Hive destroyed the generator, the security systems weren't working. In the early hours of August 12th, gold was stolen from the vault. Juggernaut were the criminals of this, too. Members of Juggernaut stole gold bars from the Bank of Japan's vault, loaded them onto the cars that were at the scene, and drove off in them. Hive and Juggernaut are both subordinate groups of Bra. And who exactly is the founder of Bra? Hatsumi Kiseki. You. You controlled those two organizations to make these incidents happen.
いいえ、違います。それは誤解です。
No, that is wrong. You have the incorrect assumption.
おそらく指揮していたのは大隈智義でしょう。
It was likely Tomoyoshi Okuma who was controlling them. And he's your subordinate, isn't he?
部下ではあっても奴隷ではありません。
That may be true, but it does not make him my slave.
私には大隈を自由に操る権限などないのです。
I do not have the authority to control Okuma as I please. What about Effie? She's the current chairwoman, so shouldn't she have that sort of authority?
北条さんは何か勘違いをされているようですね。
It seems you have the wrong idea, Miss Hojo.
私たちは独裁者でも何でもありません。
We are not dictators.
私はただの創設者であり、エフィはただの主催です。
I am merely the founder, and Effie is merely the chairwoman.
絶対的な権力を持っているわけではないのです。
It is not as though we hold absolute power. And you're saying Okuma did all that on his own?
彼ならやりかねません。
I wouldn't put it past him. But now Okuma's dead. Why is he killed?
北条さん、私を困らせないでください。
Please do not trouble me, Miss Hojo.
何度言えば気が済むのですか？
How many times must I tell it for you to finally be satisfied?
私は誰も殺してはいません。指示もしていません。
I did not kill anyone, nor did I give any orders.
日銀のこともサイバーテロのことも私とは無関係です。
The Bank of Japan incidents and the cyber terrorism had nothing to do with me either.
エフィも同じです。
The same goes for Effie as well.
それとも何か明確な根拠でもあるのですか？
Or do you have some sort of proof against that says otherwise?
あなたは状況証拠だけで私たちを疑っているのではありませんか？
Are you not merely doubting us based on circumstantial evidence alone? Circumstantial evidence. She's right about that. I don't have anything solid against her, nor do I have any witnesses either. There's not a single person who was testified about Effie or Hatsumi being behind the incidents. I hang my head. If that's the case, then why have I been suspecting Hatsumi and Effie so much? There are several reasons for that. It's because the both of them have a motive for killing Kominato. And also that Okuma, who appeared to have been the mastermind behind the incidents up until now, was murdered. But that's not all. I'm suspicious about the very organization of Bra. Bra is definitely planning something. The theft of the gold in the cyber terrorist attack were nothing more than forewarnings. I know that. As for why,
この事件の核心は例の NPO にあります。
the NPO lies at the heart of this incident.
エボルツィオンあるいはレボルツィオン
Evolution or revolution.
どちらにせよ狂気の沙汰としか言いようがありません。
Whichever the case, it cannot be called sane by any means.
始まりは明日だ。
It begins tomorrow.
明日になれば僕らの計画が動き出す。
Our plan will go into actions tomorrow.
そうしたらもう誰にも止めることはできないだろう。
And once it does, I highly doubt anyone will be able to stop it.
でもそれは始まりにしか過ぎなくて。
However, it will be nothing more than the beginning.
今公安の方で大規模な強制捜査の計画を立ててるんだが
Public safety is currently planning a large-scale compulsory investigation.
その会議に君に出席してもらおうと思ってたんだよ
I was thinking of having you attend the meeting.
公安が近々例の NPO の強制捜査に乗り出すらしいという情報です。
Information saying that public safety is preparing to perform a compulsory investigation on that NPO in the near future.
破防法を適用するとかなんとか。
See whether they can be stopped or not.
兆しさ、
It's a sign.
本当の救済は
True salvation
その後
comes after that.
海を
At the sea.
越えて
Across the sea. I suddenly look up and speak. Just tell me one thing. What's Bra planning?
今人類は不幸の中にあります。
Humanity is miserable right now.
戦争、飢饉、環境破壊、麻薬汚染、殺人、自殺、虐待、性犯罪。
War, famine, environmental destruction. Drugs, murder, suicide, abuse, sexual crimes.
数え上げればキリがありません。
There are far too many to count.
ではこれらの不幸の源とは一体何なのでしょう。
In which case, what exactly is the source of this misery?
孤独ですよ。孤独が人々を苦しめているのです。
It is loneliness. People are suffering from loneliness.
人類はその進化の過程において自我という概念を獲得しました。
As part of its evolution, humanity acquired the concept known as the ego.
この自我は生まれつき備わっているものではありません。
The ego is not something we were born with.
後天的に植え付けられたただの架空の概念です。
It is merely a fictional concept we acquired latently.
これを得たことにより人類はさまざまな恩恵を被ることになりました。
Humanity has obtained all sorts of blessings as a result of acquiring it.
代表的なもので言えば 適応能力の向上が挙げられます。
If I had to give an ultimate example, it would be how it improved our ability to adapt to our environments.
人類という一つの種は個体のそれぞれに自我を与え、多様性を持たせることによってあらゆる困難を克服してきたのです。
As a single race, humanity has conquered all sorts of problems by giving individuals their own egos and spreading diversity.
しかしながら自我の確立は致命的な弊害ももたらしました。
However, the establishment of the ego has had fatal negative effects as well,
それが孤独です。
and that is loneliness.
もともとは一つだったはずの人類が今はバラバラになってしまった。
Humanity was supposed to be one, but now we're all scattered apart.
個体が独立した自我を持ってしまったがために不毛な争いが生まれることになったのです。
Fruitless conflicts have been born because we possess egos which give us individuality.
人はなぜ奪い合い殺し合うのでしょうか。
Why do people kill and steal from each other?
なぜ富を搾取し独占しようとするのでしょうか。
Why do they try to monopolize wealth?
なぜ快楽を貪るのでしょうか。
Why do they indulge in pleasure?
なぜ妬み、蔑み、欺くのでしょうか。
Why do they get jealous, disdain others, and try to deceive one another?
なぜ他人よりも優位な立場に立とうとし、それを誇示しようとするのでしょうか。
One second. Why do they try to gain an advantage over others and flaunt it?
なぜ盗作した性衝動が生まれるのでしょうか。
Why do perverse sexual urges arise? Are you trying to say it's because of loneliness?
厳密に言えば個体の生存本能とその個体の遺伝子を受け継いだ種の保存本能によるものですが。
Strictly speaking, though, it is due to the survival instinct of the individual and the conservation instinct of the species that inherited the genes of the individual. That's the same for all organisms. Humans aren't the only ones who kill one another. All sorts of animals live by stealing food from one another. They monopolize wealth for themselves, too. It's only natural. It's because that's what it means to live, nothing else.
ええ、おっしゃる通りです。
Yes, it's exactly as you say.
けれど、そのことによって苦悩を抱くのは人間だけです。
However, it is only humans who suffer for it.
なぜなら 人間には自我があるからバラバラだから孤独だから
Answer why is because humans have egos, because we're separated, because we're lonely. You can find out all this and more in my new book, The Tao of Hatsumi, now available at your local Barnes & Nobles for $29.99. Pre-order now to get a special Noi and Alt keychain figurine. Okay, no, not really.
他者の幸福を自分の幸福として捉えることができないのです。
We cannot interpret others' happiness as our own.
蜂を例にとって考えてみましょう。
Let's think about in terms of bees. Bees?
ええ、そう蜂です。
Yes, that's right. Bees.
蜂は社会性昆虫です。
Bees are social insects.
その頃にはたった1匹の女王蜂と9割以上のメス蜂および1割未満のオス蜂で構成されています。
Their colonies are comprised of a single queen bee, 90% female bees, and a mere 10% of male bees.
メス蜂はワーカーと呼ばれ生殖機能を持ちません。
The female bees are called workers and possess no reproductive ability.
つまり子供を産むことができないのです。
In other words, they cannot have children.
ではワーカーの目的とは何でしょう。
And what is the objective of the workers? Preserve the colony, right? They protect the hive from heat and rain, ward off any outside enemies, bring back food for their siblings, as well as take care of the feces.
はい、彼女たちは自分の直系の子孫ではないにもかかわらず巣にいる子供たちを守っています。
Correct. Even though they are they protect everyone in the hive, even though they are not their direct descendants.
その顕著な例がミツバチです。
The honeybee is a stunning example of that.
ミツバチは外敵が襲ってきた時針を刺して死にます。
When outside enemies attack, the bees sacrifice themselves by singing those enemies and dying.
自らの命を賭してまで子供たちを助けようとするのです。
They try to protect the children at the cost of their own lives.
さて、このような利他的行為はなぜ起こるのでしょうか。
Now then, why did they engage in such selfless behavior? Hold on a second. It's because workers are highly related to one another, are closely related to one another. Whoops, got some slowdown here. Yes, those dogs haven't made a sound this whole time. A female bee laid by the queen bee carries more of her own genes than a female bee laid by herself. This is deeply related to the semi-multiplicity characteristic of social insects. Well, not like I have to explain all that to you, anyhow. At any rate, bee society has clear division of roles. Leave the important job of birthing the children all up to the single queen bee, while the workers protect the colony as its limbs. That way ensures that the workers' own genes can be passed down to future generations more effectively.
随分とお詳しいんですね。
You are rather well informed. This kind of stuff is just common knowledge.
北条さん、今あなたは大変的確な例えを出してくださいました。
Just gave a very apt example just now.
ワーカーは手となり足となってコロニーを守る。その通りなのです。
You said that the workers protect the colony as its limbs. That is precisely the case.
蜂のコロニーは一つの体としてみなすことができます。
You can view a bee colony as a single organism.
ワーカーの一匹一匹は指であり腕であり足なのです。
Every single one of its workers are its fingers, arms, and feet.
仮に何らかの危機が訪れたとして、その時一本指が失われたとしても、
So even if danger befalls upon them, one of those fingers is lost,
体全体の命が守れるならば、損失は軽微であると言えましょう。
you could say it's hardly lost so long as the overall organism is protected.
ここで重要なのは、指や腕や足が苦悩を感じるかどうかです。
The important thing here is whether these fingers, arms, and feet feel any sort of suffering,
ワーカーは
misery.
やがて外敵が襲ってきた時に針を刺して死ぬことになるかもしれません。
Eventually, enemies may attack the hive, and the workers may sting those enemies and die.
自らに課せられたその宿命を果たしてワーカーは呪っているのでしょうか。
Does the worker bee curse his fate it has been saddled with?
もちろんそんなことはありません。
It does not, of course.
ワーカーはコロニーを守るべく自ら進んで命を捧げます。
They make their own. They give up their lives so that the colony can be protected and continue to live on.
いえ、そもそもワーカーには意志というものが存在しません。
No, they don't decide it. Workers do not have a will of their own to begin with.
ワーカーの一匹一匹はコロニーという全体を構成する部分に過ぎないのです。
For every single one of the workers is nothing more than a piece that makes up the whole colony.
そこに意志はありません。自我もありません。
They have no will of their own, no ego.
指や足に自我が存在しないのと同じように、
Much like how fingers and feet do not have egos of their own as well.
蜂はこのような社会を実現しています。
The bees carry out that sort of a society.
私たちが目指しているのもこれと同じようなコミュニティです。
What we desire is a community much like that.
離散してしまった自我を再び統一し、一つに戻す。
For the scattered egos to once again be unified and return to one.
人類は一つの体となり、人間の一人一人はそれを構成する部分となる。
For mankind to become a single body, and for each person to make up a different part of it.
そこにはもはや孤独はありません。
There will be no loneliness to be found there.
自我の確立という強迫観念に駆られて殺し合ったり奪い合ったりすることはなくなるのです。
They will no longer be driven by their own self-preservation instincts to kill each other and steal from one another.
これが私たちの目指す理想の社会であり、計画の最終目的です。
This is the ideal society we strive for. The final objective of the plan. I can't believe you. That's called totalitarianism, isn't it? Are you trying to bring back the nightmares of the last century?
全体主義ではありませんよ。
It's not totalitarianism.
全体主義とは A から Z までを26本の糸で結び、それを一箇所で縛り付けるようなことを言います。
Totalitarianism is to take 26 strings labeled from A to Z, tie them together, and then stick them into one place.
一方、私たちがやろうとしていることは A から Z までをすべて融合して X とし、一本の糸で結びつけることです。
On the other hand, what we're trying to do is merge all those strings from A to Z together into X, and then tie that string to one place. It's the same thing in the end.
全く違います。
It is completely different.
一本の糸は決してほどけることはありませんから。
A single string does not become unraveled after all.
せっかくですからもう少しだけお話ししましょう。
Well, Red, let's talk a little more.
先ほど私は人類の不幸についていくつか例を挙げました。
Just now, I gave several examples regarding how humanity is miserable,
戦争や飢饉や環境破壊や、
such as war, famine, environmental destruction.
しかし不幸はこれだけではありません。
But that's not all that misery is.
先進諸国の間ではもう一つの不幸が人々を苦しめています。
Civilians of advanced nations also suffer from another type of misery,
特に若者たちを。
especially the young.
なんだかお分かりになりますか？
Do you know what this is?
ニヒリズムですよ。絶望的なまでの。
It's a hopeless level of nihilism.
若者たちは今人生の意味を見失ってあえでいます。
Right now, young people are writhing in agony, losing sight of the meaning of life.
もちろん全員がというわけではありません。
That does not go for all of them, of course.
ただそういった若者たちが増えていることは事実です。
But it is a fact that their number is growing.
淡々と過ぎ去っていく日常の中でわけもなく憂鬱を感じている。
They feel depressed for no reason at all in their day-to-day lives.
正体の定まらぬまるで幽霊のような憂鬱を。
A depression that's like a ghost whose true form they cannot grasp.
北条さんはエリートですから、もしかしたら彼らの苦悩が理解できないかもしれませんね。
You are an elite, Miss Hojo, so perhaps you can understand their suffering.
それは圧倒的なまでの不安と恐怖をもたらします。
It brings them unimaginable anxiety and fear.
いても立ってもいられなくなる。焦燥感に駆り立てられる。
drives them to panic, leaving them feel like they cannot just they can't just keep moving on the way things are.
けれど正体の見えぬ敵に向かっては拳を振り上げることも叫ぶこともできず、
However, they cannot wave a fist or yell at an enemy whose true form they cannot see.
ただひたひたと忍び込んでくる不安に心が蝕まれていく様を黙って見ているしかないのです。
All they can do is just quietly watch as the anxiety in their hearts, as the anxiety creeps in and erodes their hearts, creeps in and erodes their hearts.
ではこれらの虚無感、倦怠感、疎外感といったものはどうして生まれたのでしょう。
So how do these feelings of emptiness, malaise, and alienation come about?
大文字の他者の権威が失われてしまったからです。
It's because It's because the power of the big other has been lost. The big other.
説明すると長くなります。
It would take too long to explain.
ここでは単に26本の糸の結び目のこととお考えください。
Here, just simply think of it as the knot which ties the 26 strings together. You mean to tie as an example?
いかなる組織であれ、その本質は多かれ少なかれ全体主義的なものです。
Hold on a second. All organizations are more or less totalitarian in nature.
企業の存在理由とは何ですか？利益を上げることです。
Why is it that businesses exist? To increase profits.
スポーツのチームは試合に勝つことです。
What about sports teams? To win.
人の集まるところには必ず目的があります。
Whenever there are groups, there are always objectives.
集団の構成員はその目的を達成するという目的のもとに結束するのです。
Members of those groups form in order to achieve those goals.
目的のない人の群れなどただのガラクタの寄せ集めに過ぎません。
A group with no objective is nothing more than a collection of garbage.
ところで人間の社会というものも一つの集合体であることに変わりはありません。
However, that does not change that human society is also a single group.
しかしこの集合体には目的がない。
However, this assembly has no objective. It does have an objective.
なんでしょう。
And what is that? To bring happiness to seek for... Wait, sorry, give me a second. It's about pursuing the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people.
優等生的なお答えですね。
A model answer if I've ever heard one.
かつてはそれが正解でした。
That used to be correct.
でも今は違います。
But things are different now.
人類は、特に現代の若者たちは賢くなりすぎてしまったのです。
Humans, particularly the youth of today, have become far too smart.
そんなことを彼らに向かって真顔で言ってもきっと笑われるだけでしょう。
Though I'm sure they would only laugh at you if you said that to them with a straight face.
彼らはおそらくこう答えるはずです。
They would probably answer as that follows.
そもそも幸福って何なの？
What even is happiness in the first place?
今やそんなきれい事のお題目には何の説得力もありません。
Platitudes such as that no longer have any persuasive in this modern world.
大文字の他者の権威が失われたと言ったのはつまりそういうことです。
That is what I mean when I said the big other has lost its power.
26本の糸がほどけてしまった。人類はバラバラに離散してしまった。
The 26 strings were unraveled, and humanity was separated.
社会は単なるガラクタの寄せ集めと化してしまったのです。
Society is transformed to nothing more than a simple collection of garbage.
若者たちが虚無感に苛まれているのはこのためです。
This is why the youth of today suffer from feelings of emptiness.
自分の存在を希薄に感じているのもこのためです。
Is why they have so little sense of themselves.
大文字の他者は自己を認識するための架空の視点でもあります。
The big other is also a fictional perspective to recognize the ego.
この存在感が薄れると自分自身の存在もあやふやなものに思えてくるのです。
So when its own sense of existence becomes faint, that means that your own existence also becomes vague.
実
Seems
は
vague.
彼らの恐怖の正体とはまさにこれなのです。
That is the truth behind that's the true form of the fear they feel.
彼らは自己の存在が消えてしまうことを恐れているのです。
They are afraid of their own ego disappearing.
この恐怖を拭うための方法はたった一つしかありません。
There is only one way to wipe out this fear.
新たに大文字の他者を作り上げ設定することです。
To create and establish a new big other.
私たちは一つの目的のもとに結束しなければなりません。
We must be unified towards a single goal.
統合され一つに戻った人類には核となる意味が必要なのです。
A humanity that's unified and returned to one needs a centralized purpose.
人間は生命体です。
People are organisms.
生命体である以上、生への渇望から逃れることはできません。
As long as that's what they are, they cannot run away from their desire to live.
そして生命は常に死の方向に向かって引き寄せられています。
And life is always being dragged towards death.
養分の摂取、呼吸、交配によって種を残すこと。
One second. They leave seeds through nutrient intake, respiration, and cross-pollination.
私たち生物の日々の営みはすべて死から逃れるために行われています。
The things we do, organisms do every single day, is for the express purpose of escaping from death.
例えるならホバリングを続けるハチドリのようなものです。
Like a hummingbird that continues to hover.
羽ばたきをやめてしまえば地に落ちるだけ。
If it were to stop flapping its wings, it would just fall to the earth.
つまり生命現象とは一つの方向性を持った運動だということです。
In other words, life phenomenon is a single directional movement.
ところがこの運動には意味がありません。
However, this movement does not have a purpose.
なぜ羽ばたき続けなければならないのか。
Why must it continue flapping its wings?
どうして生き続けたいと欲するのか。
Why does it wish to keep on living?
その欲望の源とは何なのか。
Where do those desires come from?
果たして生命の意味とは一体何なのか。
In the end, what is the meaning of life?
これまでにも多くの偉大な哲学者や科学者たちがこの難題に取り組んできました。
Throughout the ages, many philosophers and scientists have grappled with this question.
いずれも頭脳明晰な天才と呼ばれる人たちばかりです。
All of them known as geniuses by their peers.
しかし何千人何万人という天才たちが知恵を振り絞ってきたにもかかわらず、未だその答えは見つかっていません。
No matter how many thousands or millions of those geniuses put their brains together, they still have not managed to come up with an answer.
なぜでしょうか。
Why is that?
実は当たり前のことなのです。
It's actually quite an obvious thing.
答えなんてないから。それが答えです。
The answer is because there is no answer.
先ほどもお伝えしたかと思います。
I believe I told you this earlier.
この世界には絶対的な真実などというものは存在しない。
This world has no absolute truths.
真実とは人々の手によって作り出されるものだと。
The truth is created by people themselves.
ならば作ってしまえばいいだけのことです。
In which case, we just have to create it.
新たな意味を、生命の意味を。
A new purpose. A purpose for life.
意味は生命という現象に強度を与えます。
Purpose gives strength to the phenomenon known as life.
これまでは方向性だけしか持たなかった運動に大きさが加わるのです。
It adds size to a movement which only existed as directionality up until then.
この時初めて人類は一つの意志を帯びたベクトルになるのです。
It is at this point that for the first time ever, humanity will become a vector with a single will.
そう、ベクトル。
That's right, a vector.
私たちはベクトルにならなければならないのです。
We must become a vector. Vector. VOJ. Vector of Juggernaut. I get what you're trying to say. Ra's objective is to turn humanity into one. Though it's so ridiculous that I can hardly even talk about it. However, I will say this. If we didn't have individuality, humanity would go extinct immediately.
しかし、あなたは生きているではありませんか。
Why are you not living yourself?
あなたの肉体は滅んでいない。
Your body hasn't been destroyed.
細胞の一つ一つは同じ遺伝子で構成されているというのに、あなたはまだ死んでいない。
Every single one of your cells is comprised of the same genes and yet you still haven't died.
私たちがやろうとしているのはこれと同じことですよ。
What we're trying to do is the exact same thing.
人間の一人一人が全体を構成する部分となるのです。
Every single human will become a piece that comprises the whole. Now you're just twisting my words.
そうでしょうか。
Am I now? Hatsumi shoots me a provocative glare. Isn't your real objective just to exterminate mankind?
なぜ？
What makes you think that? Juggernaut. Juggernaut is the Hindu god of destruction known for human sacrifice. For example, they were told that if they got run over by a cart carrying that god, they would be freed from karma forever and obtain eternal happiness. Isn't that what you're trying to do? You're trying to sacrifice humanity. Hatsumi doesn't answer. Hatsumi pets the dog next to her. The dog looks up at her.
そろそろ時間です。お引き取りください。
Hatsumi suddenly looks up. The voice that comes from her throat is faint like a bee's humming, buzzing. It is almost time. Please leave. Hey, you can't just go adding time limits whenever you want.
ですが、用事があるのです。
And I have business to attend to. What business?
彼を迎えに行かなければなりません。
I have to go guide him. Him?
そろそろお見えになる頃だと思うので。
I believe he should be showing up very soon. Who's this guy you're talking about?
北条さんもよくご存知の方ですよ。
Someone you know quite well. Huh?
とにかくお引き取りください。
At any rate, please leave. Wait!
まだ何かお尋ねになりたいことが？
Is there still more you wish to ask? Of course there is.
でしたら、今日の夕方6時、廃校の体育館にいらしてください。
Then please come to the gym at the abandoned school at 6 p.m. tonight.
質問の続きはその時に。
You can continue giving your questions there. I checked the clock in the room. The current time is 1:50 p.m. There's only 10 minutes left until I'm supposed to meet up with Mikhail. I hate to admit it, but I need to leave. It seems like I have to leave for now. However, it's because of the meetup time, of course. More importantly is that I need a little more time to put together a plan. It won't be easy taking this old lady down. Normal ways of doing things won't work on her. I gotta find some sort of evidence that'll give me the upper hand. Fine. 6 it is. But make sure you come there.
ええ、もちろんですとも。
But of course. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to end the stream there because wow, that went on much longer than I intended. Whew. That sure was something. So we'll go continue this next week. Until next time, I'll see you all later.